Hey YouTubers, JoseFantasticville here live. It's the second live session here in what I call a mess, but it's like my little office area inside the house. So I call it the mess, like the Chiefs mess. Hopefully everyone's having a good day, good Saturday. I tried to put this on a StreamYard, but I couldn't get it to work the right way, so I'm on this webcam. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday so far. Just as the announcement said for the live streaming, just a good day to stream for me, get more visibility, just to feel more comfortable with streaming. Share some stories, promote, or doing shout outs to any fellow channels and friends. If you guys got any questions, I could always answer them also. Um, just here again, enjoying it, enjoying a Saturday with a nice little beer. Too high. Looks better there. Good to see any people come in today. Again, it's the second time I've done a stream. Just seeing how it goes, how everybody likes it. Got any questions for me? Go ahead and answer. Second stream. I know I got one viewer right now. Hello, how you guys doing? Hope everyone's enjoying their Saturday so far. Been pretty busy. I'm getting ready to do some projects. It's here at the house. See how you guys like it. Make some videos of those. One of them, some concrete work. I saw some people in Louisiana doing some concrete work, so I'm gonna get some started also. Um, if there's people there, go and leave some comments. It's good to see some comments there, something to talk about. Again, just going out saying some shout outs also to people that subscribe, um, that helped me on this journey. That everybody that starts YouTube is on some sort of journey. Again, it's the first one that I've done. Hey, Cruise Vet Adventures, welcome aboard. Welcome into the Chiefs Mess here. Like I said earlier, it's just my little office area where I moved into this new house, set up a little office area, put up the plaques and all that from previous commands where you're at there, and just say hi and stuff like that. Again, just second live that I've done just to get comfortable with doing lives, looking in the camera, try not to move around too much, see how it goes. If you guys like this video or this thing, I'm gonna go and like, share, subscribe. Hey, Cruise Vet Adventures, I see you there. I retired back in 2014, 24 years, started in 1990. The two signs behind me are I think most military vets know about the I Love Me wall and stuff like that. I've seen some retired guys have them, and some retired guys don't have them. So I guess it's just how everyone feels about it and stuff like that. Everyone's military career is a little different than others. But this is my I love me well behind me and stuff like that. Two of the plaques or two of the things. I don't know what state are you from, Cruise Vet Adventures? I know for Texas, for example, they do give us plaques when you retire or items and stuff like that. Um, I wasn't slacking. I just in my other house there wasn't a. I didn't have a really the spare room like this little office room. I used it as a guest bedroom. But the house we moved into recently, it's got that little guest bedroom, and so it actually has a nice little office area here. It's a 10 by 11. It's enough to put my stuff in, my mementos, um, things for me. So I put all my Navy stuff here. I just didn't hang a flag in here. I'll put that outside. Um, Now, so fellow Texan, so you probably got the stuff from this one here was the state of Texas House of Representatives that gave me, or they do that one, and then the my shadow box has the Texas flag in it. It was flown over the state capitol, and then they put the date that was flown over the state capitol. And then the other one is from the governor of Texas. Um, and then I have one above it that a lot of Navy vets don't know about, but you just gotta search it up. And I don't know if they do it after you retire. You could probably still get one, cruise vet. Um, so I have another one that's not in the screen right there. It makes you a retired vet. It makes them, especially in the Navy, it makes them a retired admiral or a honorary admiral in the Texas Navy. So that's kind of cool. It's a admiral in the Texas Navy, an honorary title thing, but you get a nice little memento from that also and stuff like that. How's the weather in Houston? We had some bad weather there yesterday. Some great. Oh man, it's and I bet you it's hard to get a copy of that. I bet Cruise bet you it's a hard man. That's bad that you got yours lost and stuff like that. Again, like I was saying, just a shout out to people, make some friends. If people aren't connected with other people, look at the names in here and connect. Again, like I said, it's just I'll probably be here just for about an hour, just getting comfortable with being on the live, talking. Uh, in my other jobs, you talk in front of people and all that, so you're used to it and stuff. Yeah, we had some thunderstorms last night. Cruise vet, we had we were driving back from New Braunfels, Texas yesterday to the area we live in the hill country. And as we were coming back, there was lightning, and there was one that it just seemed so close that lightning bolt came down and everything just like got real bright around us. So that thing must have hit somewhere nearby. But again, that we got those thunderstorms, and I know my relatives that live down in the Rio Grande Valley, they got that rain also just a couple hours ago, before the morning time. But again, thanks for the people that are here. Welcome aboard. I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, just getting comfortable here. I got a lot of little different things to always talk about. Any questions, to be able to answer them. Um, so I hope you guys are doing good. I had Yellow Shirt Dad, who makes a lot of jokes. He was on here earlier, made some comments and all like that. I like watching his videos. He's a good guy to watch. I've seen a couple of your videos, Cruise Vet, and I kind of enjoy them. I think one day me and my wife will take a cruise. Just you know, and me being a Navy vet, you do those. I did about 14 years out at sea, so you do 9 months at sea, not straight, of course. You pull into Liberty ports or port of calls in those trips or deployments. But yeah, it's I did 14 years at sea. I think the longest I stayed out at sea on a ship was 101 days. It was on my first ship, the USS Midway. It's a museum now in San Diego, California. Sorry, Texas does have a San Diego also. It's not the same size, but yeah, my first ship is USS Midway CV-41. it's a museum, so it kind of makes me feel old, uh, knowing that one of the ships I've been on is an actual museum. It's I think it was a better fate than like two of the ships I've been on. They were torpedo targets after they had decommissioned and all that, maybe 2 or 3 years afterwards. But again, thanks for the guys that are here, the two people watching, Cruise Vet, fellow Navy guy, thank you. Shipmate, um, for some people, shipmate, sometimes it was a good thing or a bad thing when you heard that term, but when I mention it here, it's a good term. Again, no, you're all well, except for the next. When were you on the Essex when it was in Sasebo, Japan? I was in Sasebo, Japan when the Essex was over there. I was on shore duty there in Sasebo, Japan. I was port operations, and then I did also the Fort McHenry USS Fort McHenry LSD 43. Those were both of my Sasebo tours, and that's actually where my oldest was born. It was in Sasebo also. Um, yeah, those amphib ships, Pelu, VHR. Yep. Okay. The full whole swap in 2012. Yeah. Yep. That's about the time she started coming back from over there. We had some older LPDs over there also. We had the USS Juno when I was over there. That was one of the ships in Sasebo when I was over there. Welcome to the other two followers that are here. Like I said, if you guys come on here, I'm just second live, getting comfortable with everything, seeing how it goes. I've been chatting here with Cruise Adventures. He's got some good information on cruising and all that. If you guys want to connect with him, go ahead, check his channel out. Give him a like, subscribe. If you like what you see on his channel or anybody else that you see here. Um, I gave a shout out earlier. Every Saturday, I started giving out shout outs to people. I do 10 at a time. I'm pretty much starting with the fellow subscribers or friends that have less than 1,000 subscribers. I'll try to shout out everybody in that listing first because there's a lot of good channels. Same with me, starting off. You start off last year and you just keep posting videos and keep tugging along and seeing how everything goes. And I think I've been doing pretty decent. I made some good videos. My WH has gone up a lot, but a lot of it was because I did border patrol videos, interactions at the border patrol checkpoints that we have here in Texas, and then also my casino videos. Those ones are actually big, big views on those ones. I think the border patrol ones, I think they're wanting me to act a fool, act bad in them, but I'm over 50. There's no reason for me to go through a border patrol checkpoint. I grew up with those things back in the 70s. I'm from the Rio Grande Valley originally, so you going through those checkpoints. I'm so used to them even when I was a little kid. And I did when I was about 10. I did ride in the back of a border patrol. What they had like Suburbans, those older Suburbans, but that was because our car broke down. North or just south of the Sarita checkpoint, and the border patrol agents took me and my family to Raymondville so we could wait for our vehicle or my parents' vehicle to get towed. So I had that experience. That was kind of cool. It was a little different, but again, I have a long history of different places I've been. I'm always happy to talk about countries, places I visited. I know Cruise Vet's probably visited some good spots. I hit 33 countries that I've been through. Japan, I lived there about 14 years, 7 years in Sasebo, Japan, and then about 7 years in Yokosuka, Japan. So I was living there that long. I knew Skoshi, Nihongo. I picked that up enough to order the food, get by. I had Japanese coworkers on my last tour, and that was awesome because they took you to some of the best baseball games. I know I'm talking a lot about myself, but for the people that are watching, thanks for being here, supporting. I have one beer right now, and it's a Kirin. I don't know if I was supposed to promote it, but I'm drinking it. Kanpai, cheers, salud. Yeah, Cruise Vet, those vending machines. The first time, like I said, I lived in Japan a long time. So the first time I was there in 1990, you get everything out of those vending machines. It was awesome. I love the vending machines over there in Japan. Still now today, you could get a lot of other stuff. I haven't been back to Japan. I left there in 2014 after my 3 year, my final tour, 2011, 2014. But the first time I went to Japan, I went to Yokosuka, Japan in 1990. Those vending machines, like you're saying, they were awesome. They had everything, like cigarettes, beer. And it was just interesting. You probably saw it. You see kids like teenage years and all that. They just walk by the vending machines that have cigarettes and beers, and they're they're not out there trying to get the alcohol. They're not just putting their yen in there for to vend out that beer or whatever. The greatest things I like when it got real cold in Yakutsco or Sasebo with the vending machines was the hot coffee or the hot tea that would come out, like the milk tea and all that. That was awesome. That was kind of cool. But like you said, those vending machines are great. Um, so a lot of the people that are here been stopping by, just watching me here. Stumble a little bit on my first one. Oh man, you didn't make it off too much. And hey, Rick Bernales, hello, how you doing? Just like I was telling Cruise Vet Adventures, just doing a little talking, chatting. If you have a question there, let me know. It's kind of cool. Cruise Vet Adventures and me have been to Japan. We both were in the military and the Navy, so we have something to talk with about there. Um, and again, just like I said, I'm just here feeling comfortable, having a good time, talking to people. Cruising is fun anytime. How you doing, Rick? I already said hi to you, I believe. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Uh, hola, ¿cómo está acá? Hello. So just giving you guys a shout out. If you're not connected to some of the other people in here, go and connect. Um, Cruising fun anytime. Oh, that was cool. Another Navy person in the house, your husband and stuff. That's kind of cool. Um, these cruising channels are pretty awesome to see. I was on here earlier. I was on here earlier and just telling Cruising Vet that, Mustaka, we're doing good. We're doing good, Rick. Um, just telling Cruising Vet that I've been on 14 years out at sea. Longest time at sea was 101 days before we pulled in to get our feet back on land. So that was kind of interesting. So we have spent a lot of time out there. So that's kind of why I hesitate. I haven't done any cruising tours myself. So me and my wife would probably do one later on. But I still one of those guys that likes, I don't know, I guess flying or going to those places to walk around a lot longer and stay a lot longer. But that's just me. Again, we'll probably hit a cruising trip. One of our wife's friends always asks us, hey, why don't you come on the cruise with us and stuff like that. So I think I'll hit one of those up here one day. Again, if you guys got any questions for me, go and ask. I was talking to Cruising Bed Adventures a little bit a while ago. Yeah, I've had those beer days and stuff like that. 18 years old, beer day, first ship, USS Midway again. My daughter's just texted me one more. She's out with friends at a barbecue cook-off. Um, yeah, on three of my ships I had beer days, but the Midway was a pretty good one. We had San Miguel because the Midway used to always go to Subic Bay in the Philippines when the bases used to be open there, and we had guys trying to sell their tickets. You get those 2 beer tickets and stuff. All right, Rick, thank you. Salamat. Um, just going through again. Guys, got any questions? I've been enjoying getting comfortable. And like I said earlier, here enjoying. I hit 50 years old and I said, hey, let me just start a YouTube page, and I started as a hobby last year, and Hi, Rick. See you later. Thank you for coming by and stopping. And again, it helps me out. It helps me get comfortable when I see you guys here and talking to you all. Take care, Rick. Have a good Saturday or Sunday, wherever you're at today. Um, Enjoy it with your family and stuff. So just get comfortable here, seeing all you people here. Hello, Ellen, Cutie Pie, Mustaka. How you doing there? Are you? I think you're in Asia right now, so your time difference is a little different. I got a couple friends here. Rick Bernales stopped by. Cruising Fun Anytime stopped by. Cruising Bed Adventures, some good channels that I've subscribed to and talked to. I guess I'm not supposed to use that word, but I've again, I'm getting used to this. So, some good channels to follow and make friends with, and enjoy their content. Again, like I said, I've enjoyed watching their channels, and just getting some good, I guess, good knowledge about cruises. So when I do finally take that first cruise, I'll feel comfortable and relaxed and stuff like that. I have coworkers that have gone on cruises. They say they enjoy it. I'm just still hesitant just because I did so much time at sea. I and I've been on ships that rocked a lot. So I've been on a cruiser and a destroyer, and those things rocked a lot. I don't know cruise vet adventures. I know the amphibious ships you're on probably didn't rock that much. Um, hey, Farm Pro Love. Hello, Mustika, Farm Pro Love. I think you're in Asia also. Um, Let me know where you guys are at. I know cruise vets here in Houston, a fellow Texan. Um, Cruising is fun anytime. I don't recall which state you're in. And I think Farm Pro and Ellen or Fan Pro and Ellen Cutie, you guys are somewhere else. Probably in Asia. I don't know if I'm correct or not. You guys just let me know where you're at, where you guys at, what state or country you're living at. That way I gave you some good salutations and stuff like that. I picked up a couple other how to say hello and bye, hi, and all that kind of stuff in some of the countries that I did visit. Um, as I mentioned to Cruise Vet, did live in Japan a while, enjoyed it over there. Hey, in Canada, so your times are pretty much about the same fan pro. Again, um, Mustaka there. Hope Canada's already warm here. It got about 85 degrees. Enjoyed the weather today. I was telling Cruise Vet Adventures. Um, we had some, hey, home bartending. I'm here. I got a beer season shirt on. I'm not trying. That's not my thing. It's if I try a review of beer, I'll just keep going. So I don't do beer reviews. Tequila review, I'll do it all day. But good to see a lot of people here. A lot of followers. Hey, Jupino. A lot of people here. Jupino, he's from upstate New York, if I'm correct. Um, he's got a Filipino wife, if I'm correct. Also, I've seen a lot of his videos. I like them. I've learned a lot about the Jewish faith and like Jewish traditions. Jupino's a guy that's got a lot of good little videos on his channel, and I like watching his videos in the New York area. So if you guys have someone to follow, a nice friend to make, Jupino is a good guy to follow. Home Bartend is an awesome guy. I love his beer reviews and stuff like that. So I know Cruise Vet Adventures and myself, we were probably beer drinkers heavy in our younger years in the Navy. Um, Home Bartend has got some good reviews and stuff like that. So everyone you see here, enjoy each other. Go look at each other's channels. Connect, like everyone says. You probably hear on other channels. Again, for me, this is my first live, just trying to get comfortable with talking to people. I know I'm not looking in the camera that much. If I did, I'd probably like get like a deer and stuff with the headlight look. Um, Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Me, it's about 7:30 almost here. It's still sunny. The weather's been good. I had mentioned earlier that we had some bad storms, just like they did up in the Houston area last night. It was a pretty big lightning bolts out here. Living out in the country now, you see the lightning, and you see the lightning when it hits the ground or something. Um, Again, everyone here, thanks for coming in and watching the live. Uh, Probably cut the grass tomorrow since it's Sunday. But again, I enjoy talking just as long as there's people talking, asking questions, things like that. Getting comfortable on this live sessions. In the back, I was telling Cruise Vet Adventures that I have that I Love Me wallet some people have behind me, stuff like that. And then on my right side, I have my Dallas Cowboys stuff. I don't know if our our buddy Cruise Vet there in Houston, if you're a Texans fan, but I got all my Cowboys stuff on another shelf over here. So I enjoy the Cowboys. I've been enjoying them since 1972. I have some upcoming videos coming up. Another train. There's a Pac-Man on the side of the train, so I kind of like putting in my description. Hey, can you find that Pac-Man or whatever on the side of the train? It's kind of cool. Some of that what you call it? Yeah, it's you've probably seen this shirt. Grunt Style makes these shirts. It says beer season there. It's got the woodland, not the woodland military camouflage, but like the just the camouflage out here to go deer hunting and all that. Um, Grunt Style, believe it or not, home bartending and other people here. Grunt Style, their main company is here in San Antonio, Texas, down the street from where I live, a couple miles down. I actually applied there just to get some procurement work with them. They didn't hire me, but I won't hold it against them. They do have nice shirts. Yeah, I did apply to those guys and stuff like that, but I had it and stuff like that. No, this is I know home bartending. He does some micro brews or micro beers. Japino. This is a Kirin. Let me see. Where's the camera? This is a Kirin Ichiban. It's a Japanese beer. Our HEB sells them there. Our HEBs, like our supermarkets down here in Central Texas, all the way down to South Texas, and I think they go as far as Waco, but they've opened up two up in the Frisco, Texas area. They're trying to keep going and stuff like that. Yes, I've enjoyed these, and I think Cruise Vet, they might have had these on the base if you were in Sasebo, Japan. They should have still had them at the base. Over at I think the Harbor View or the base club there. Sahi, I think home bartender might. I don't know if he's tried Asahi, but I like Asahi also. Kirin is good. Um, it's kind of dry in a way, but Asahi's a little bit drier. I don't know if that's a good word for beer. Oh shoot, you had Orion. That's a good one. I love Orion. Those are from Okinawa. Those are very hard to find here. Jupino, if you saw that one that home bartender just mentioned, Orion or Orion, um, that's from Okinawa, Japan. That's where it's made, and it's real good beer. Kirin Black and Tan is good. Yeah, Kirin Black is awesome. It's another good beer. Sapporo makes some good beer. They're also in Japan. Uh, Living all those years in Japan, it was awesome. The beers that I had, tasting and all like that. Um, Again, let me cut in here real quick. But everyone here, connect, look at each other's channels, videos, and see what you guys like. A lot of the people that I follow, that I'm friends with, actually have great channels. I enjoy watching them. I know I don't hit them up all the time, but I do like watching them. I know like home bartending, um, the Cruise Vet Adventures, and the other cruising channel. Let me see. Cruising is fun anytime. I like looking at them, and we're all like in these little groups and stuff like that. We find each other in other people's chats and stuff like that, or lives. Ellen Cutie Pie and Fan Pro Love, you're still there. Hello, thank you for coming in, Mustaka. Yes, Jupino, the Karen Black, like I said, is pretty good. I enjoyed it and stuff like that. Yuengling beer, I'm not a big fan of it, but it just started coming down here, and I don't know about Houston, Texas area, but the Yingling beer it started coming down in the San Antonio, San Marcos, New Braunfels area, Central Texas Hill Country area. probably about 2 years ago, right during the drought. So I'm not really into. I didn't like the taste of that Yuengling. I don't know if a home bartender likes the taste on it, but I didn't really like it and stuff. Um, in Pennsylvania, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, that's a good American beer. It's been around a long time. Hey, Shamir, travel vlog. How you doing, Mustaka? How you? Hope you're enjoying and stuff like that. Again, like home bartender mentioned there, I did the first time I had tried it. I was in a school in Pensacola, Florida, at the Navy base there, and they sold that there in Pensacola, Florida. Uh, I could get a hand of Lone Star. Let me get it, and I'll let you know. My emails on my YouTube there. You could always email me, um, and then I could get your address or whatever that way, and then I could always send you a Lone Star. Um, Lone Star beer for us is kind of good. When I was I'm gonna lie, in high school, we kind of drank a lot of Lone Star beer, but those were different times. Cruise Vet Adventures, drinking Dos Equis and Modelo. Those are two good beers. Dos Equis and Modelo are good. Um, when I grew up, we used to go across when I was 16, 18, my later high school years, to Matamoros, Mexico. And that's where we would have Coronas and stuff like that, and some Dos Equis. I don't know if you guys know. Hey, Smart Conservator, thanks for the people that are here, coming in, dropping by. Like I said, you see other people in here, go and connect, look at their channels at least, see what you like and stuff like that. Give them a thumbs up or a new friendship. Um, because everyone here has got different things that they talk about. Cruise Vet, of course, is all cruising, home bartending. He's got a lot of beer reviews. Jupino's got a lot of his local areas that he likes going through, restaurants, a lot of Jewish history and stuff like that. Um, Going back with the Spanish beers, oh yeah, that black Modelo, man, that's pretty good. I can't drink a lot of those. I don't drink that much anymore. After I retire, or even when I was getting older in the military, I didn't drink as much anymore. I think Cruz Vet, he's old enough. He retired also like me, so he probably remembers those days. You go and two or three pitchers of beer, and you're acting crazy and dumb and stuff like that, without no repercussions sometimes. But that's just how life was, even the military back then. I like them when I'm going. Oh man, awesome. Um, I think most of I think you probably also see the history on the beers on home bartender. I'm not sure, but most of our beers that are come from Mexico, um, are all a lot of the companies that started those beer companies back in the late 1880s, 1890s in Mexico. They were all German, German brewers and all that. And the Tecate beer, that the Black Eagle that's on the German beer, Tecate, is kind of like the old German. I guess it was a falcon or eagle or whatever, but it comes from the old German flags and stuff like that. That eagle that's on the Tecate can. So it's kind of a little history there. Oh, that's good that you went to the one in Mazatlán, Pacifico. Yeah, that Pacifico. I don't really get a good taste for that one. I don't know why and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that'd be good if you got 7-0 lined up. Yep. Oh yeah, we had beer on the pier also, and actually two of the ports we were at. We went and they were in Jordan. We had beer on the pier. The 10 days we were there, and then shoot, this is Bali. No, that's Indonesia. I'll think of that name later. But we had beer on the pier just because the countries were 100% Muslim, and we couldn't really drink out in town and stuff like that. But when you did go around, I have the tequila bottle over there and stuff. It's got two pistols on the side of it, so it's kind of good tequila bottle. Yep. Yeah, I enjoyed Jordan. Actually, Jordan was a nice country. Did a lot of tours there. Went to the Dead Sea. Um, Saw the baptism site of Jesus on the Jordan River. It's dried out now because over, of course, 2,000 years, the river had shifted courses, and then did the Dead Sea, where you go float in the Dead Sea, and that was kind of funny because the tour there at the Dead Sea was awesome. They took you there, and then if you pay $1 to this guy on the beach, he'll lather you up with the mud. And I've seen that mud here in the States selling for a lot because it's supposed to be healthful, beneficial, um, for your skin and stuff like that. Everyone that's here, thank you for dropping by, coming in and supporting. Again, if you see each other's videos here, go and look at each other's channels. Everyone here is a good group of people that I know that I've seen their videos, and hit friends with. So I like a good tequila too. I like do tequilas. Yep, tequila is awesome. I've always been around it and stuff like that. I used to tell people my middle name was Cuervo. When I was on a ship, when I was on the Mobile Bay CG-53, we had a softball team, and back then in the military, I'd say before at least 2000 or even 1998, our we'd go play softball, but at the same time somebody had an ice chest full of alcohol. So by the fifth inning, you were already buzzing and you couldn't swing. You'd strike out anyway, and it ended up 0-0 all the time sometimes, or the guy get that awesome home run or something like that, buzzed. But yeah, tequila's awesome. I've always grown up with it. My wife actually likes tequila. She likes a little bit of it also. Shamir, you're still here. Mustika, hello, how you doing? Smart Conserver, hey, how you doing? Cruise Vet, Cruising, is here also. Home Bartending and Jupino, nice to see you guys here. Main Side June was, we had beer league. Probably did. When were you in the core, home bartending back in the day before everything? I don't know. Seems to be changing and stuff, or recently, I guess. Oh yeah, that worm. Yep, yep. 87 to 91. Oh wow. I got in 90, so I was 18 in 90 when I got in. First country that I went to was Japan. Getting ready to meet my ship, but it was already being sent out to the Persian Gulf in 90. And then I just had to fly, and then I met my ship in Saudi Arabia. Took a, a bus to and stuff like that. So I enjoyed that area and stuff. Quick way to get the mezcal out. The mezcal is very good. They say if you end up with the worm, though, that's where all the real good tequila is stored, and that'll make you get a headache or whatever, buzz or however happy you're gonna feel. Again, just here. Thanks for the people that come in and support. That's awesome. I've planned to come in. I tried to do it on StreamYard, but it wasn't working correctly, or I didn't know how to set it up. I'm not that good at it. Yeah, Okinawa, I've been there a lot. I was on an amphibious ship, just like Cruising Vet was on a couple amphibious ships. I was on Fort Mac, and we used to pick up the Marines there. The 31st MEU, the 31st MSSG, and take them all over to do the war games in Thailand, Cobra Gold, and some of the other war games that were down there. Ultra Focus Lands in Korea. Korea was cold though. I know we went in January, and even though we were on the ocean, it was cold out on the ocean. It was minus 16. Yep, Team Spirit. Last Team Spirit I was part of was 1992, and that was pretty cool. Those were big war games back then and stuff. I remember a lot of moving parts. I was on the USS Blue Ridge when we went to the last Team Spirit, and that was the flagship 7th Fleet out of Yokosuka, Japan. Like I mentioned to a lot of the other people, I've lived in Japan about 14 years. So most of that was in the military, but I saw a lot of good places there. My oldest was born there. Um, but again, thanks you guys for visiting stuff like that. Team Spirit, yeah, it was awesome. I enjoyed Team Spirits there. Okinawa was good. But for the Navy guys, oh yeah, and we used to watch the Spec Op Korean sailors, the Navy Spec Op guys. They were pulling Chinhae, Korea. We'd watch them swim, and it'd be March, and I know that bay and harbor was cold as hell. You see those guys with shorts on, those little brown UDT shorts. I think home bartender, and cruise vets, those little brown shorts. Those UDT shorts, they don't cover nothing, but you see people going across in March in those bays and harbors in Korea, knowing it's cold. And yeah, like you said, there's some bad guys, they're bad dudes. There's some tough guys. I wouldn't want to fight one of them in a bar. Um, Even though I might be bigger and stuff, I know get my butt kicked. But yeah, Okinawa is good. We used to go again in Okinawa. We had what they called White Beach. Um, so for us, the Navy guys, White Beach, there was nothing there. We'd have to go to the Air Force Base and drink out of Gate 2 Street to the karaoke bars and all that. So I kind of got good at karaoke. So I do sing karaoke every so often. Um, for the people here, thanks again for coming in, liking, sharing. Got some good people. I'm just trying to get used to this here, talking and stuff like that. I was talking about my "I Love Me" wall back here earlier and stuff like that. Again, this first one was from the when I retired, the Texas House of Representatives. They flew the Texas flag that's on my shadow box in the corner. They flew that over the Capitol, and then the governor's letter right there, and then some other stuff I got on here from different places. I call this my mess here, my little chief's mess, little office here, just hang out, relax, kind of where I do a lot of editing my videos and talking to people. Like I said, it's good to see you guys here, and thanks for supporting. Again, just one of those lives to start getting comfortable talking to people like that. If you see other people in here, just connect with them and stuff like that, or at least look at their channels and see if you like it and if you're going to support or follow and stuff like that. But I've enjoyed being here, talking to people. Yeah, Okinawa, man, I remember Okinawa. The tide was crazy there in Okinawa. Um, I don't know, did home bartender, did you ever go to Iwo Jima with any of the amphib ships and they take you guys to the beach there and stuff like that? Well, yeah, home bartending. That's what I tried to do. I I set the live up, and then I'm not good at this yet. That's what I said. It's my second one. I do have StreamYard, and I thought it was set up as StreamYard, but for about 2 hours, it just kept like saying that you need to connect, and I thought I was connected, so I went back out and then just went on the regular studio here for the webcam for YouTube. So I tried StreamYard the first minute or two. It didn't kick in. I don't know what I did wrong. I guess I might have to watch a YouTube video how to do StreamYard. But yeah, I did. When I was on the Fort McHenry out of Sasebo, Japan in 2002 and 2003, we went to Iwo Jima twice with Marines. Um, I think it was I don't know, I can't, was it 60 years? I think it was one of the big anniversaries, and they had a couple of the Marines that were actually in Iwo Jima, and we had taken actually 5 Japanese veterans that happened to survive Iwo Jima, because there weren't a lot of Japanese survivors from Iwo Jima. So we took both guys out there. Oh yeah, so you got to their Okinawa airport, okay. Um, I was like, how am I gonna find it? Yeah, Okinawa is unless you live there a long time. Nowadays, everything's so marked compared to like the early '90s and probably the late '80s. But going back to Iwo Jima, the first time we went in 2002, um, I went on one of the landing crafts that took the Marines in, and they let a couple sailors from each ship go in and also walk. So we went up to the top of Mount Suribachi. Was pretty awesome to do. Go up to the top of Mount Suribachi. So the division I was in, we did the hike up to the top. Saw the view of the whole island. That was a just just, I don't want to say, I guess, amazing, because just there's so much history. Of course, everyone knows Iwo Jima, two sailors here, and then a Marine. Um, because when I was on the top of Mount Suribachi, you look down from the going down Mount Suribachi, and then you start seeing the other side of the island. Um, that island is just like a big pimple, and then it was just like a little finger coming out, and all that small amount of land. Of course, a lot of fellow vets back in the day passed away there, but it's just so, I guess, awe inspiring, like the size of that island and what went into that to capture that island. But it was something I remember, that I'll remember, because they also let us on the beachhead on the beach. We landed at the same beaches. The LCUs, when I went, landed at the same beaches that, of course, the Marines did back in the 1945, and they let us take some of the sand, put it in like little vials. So I have a vial of sand in one of my boxes somewhere of Iwo Jima. So it was, like I said, it was always inspiring just to say you've been on Iwo Jima, and see things like that. They had a lot of the boxes, machine gun nests, emplacements still all over the place. So it was pretty interesting. Um, but yeah, Okinawa, like you said, you picked up a UA guy. Hopefully, you were able to go out and have some food or whatever before you picked up that guy, and you're hitching around with him. Again, thank you guys for being here. Home bartending, cruise vet, Jupino. Hope you guys are doing good. Good to see some of you guys here, um, for my second live. First live was when I had like less than 100 subscribers, I think. Um, got a little more now, and just trying to get comfortable, making friends, helping other people connect, even with a lot of small channels, because they're like a lot of us. We start off on here, and just keep pushing, keep going, um, putting out videos, shorts, and all that. Um, but like I said, I'll try to, next time I do this, I'll have to try to test this, watch a YouTube video how to use a StreamYard the right way, because I tried to do it earlier, like I said, and it just didn't click on. It wasn't working for you. So I just went straight to the web thing. Thanks for everyone that's here though, that's come by and stopped by, even if it's for a little bit, but we had some communication here and stuff like that. Yeah, I have two videos I have to edit here later on today. I take an online courses starting tomorrow. Okay, good. To finish a college degree, cruise vet. I did online courses when I got out to finish my bachelor's and stuff like that. Because when I retired, I got work right away, but with the oil field. But when I was looking around for other places, they're all, you need a college degree. Yes, you got experience, but you need a college degree. I was 24 years in the military. I did a lot of procurement and stuff like that, and you know, leadership. Like, but you need a college degree. You're like, okay, whatever. So I finished. I should have finished it in the 24 years I was in the military. But I never did that and stuff like that. Make sure you got your Nightbot set up also. Okay, I gotta do that and stuff like that. Oh, forensic psychology, man, that's good. Yeah, I used my 9/11 GI Bill, um, also to do mine. It's kind of good for me. After my bachelor's degree in business management was taken care of because of all my military experience, so I really only had to do 2 years to get that bachelor's. Um, but I have a university that keeps calling me now. "Oh, why don't you get your master's?" Um, and that's kind of funny. Have you guys ever looked up a job description for librarians at libraries? I did. I was like, let me just look around when I was applying for work. Librarians, depending where the library is, they need a master's degree to be a librarian. I was like, what the heck? A librarian, you know, I don't know if you guys thought, but like me at first, like, oh, you just check out books, you issue books, you put books up, but they need a master's degree, so it's kind of interesting. Um, that's good. Forensic psychology. I think Texas State has a big forensic psychology department. They also have a big, well, I guess yes. That's the same thing going with the people that work with say you find a dead body out there and you have to do the crime scene investigations and find out how the person died and all that, correct? If so, Texas State, they have 90% of the people enrolled in that class that go out there and check how a body was killed or whatever happened to that body. 90% of the people enrolled in that course are women. It's kind of funny. So I guess you need to watch out with that. If you got younger people that aren't married yet, and the girl says, "Yeah, I did forensic." I think it's that one where they die and all that kind of. Oh, that's I meet you. I used Strayer University to finish mine up and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of women that take that course over there, and the thing about that course, two of the ranches, they're outside San Marcos, Texas. Um, you know how on your driver's license you could put that you, when you pass away, what you want to have to happen in your body. Some people donate it to science. Well, that university, they'll take your body and they'll bury you out in the ranch under some mesquite or oak trees, let you decay for a while. Then these college kids come. They know where you're at, but they'll come find you, and then they have to figure out how you died, how long you've been buried, and all that crazy stuff. So, yeah, 90% of them are that. So they probably know how to hide you now. Um, yeah, I finished mine Cruise of Adventures, and it was pretty good. I had that thing there, and like I said, I used my GI Bill. Um, do you have any kids cruise vet adventures? Because I know for me, my home state of record when I joined the military was Texas, so I was able to use the Hazelwood Act, and so like my son who's graduating in about 2 weeks from Texas State, the only thing we've had to pay for or he's paid for is books and exams. Everything else, everything else was covered by the Hazelwood Act, which is under the state of Texas. Okay, yeah, I have two kids. My son's 23, graduating from Texas State University, which if you're from Texas your whole life, you know that used to be Southwest Texas uh, State, and that was known as the party capital of Texas back in the day. But they had to change their name. The biggest alumni from there is Lyndon Johnson, one of the presidents, graduated from there as a school teacher, as an educator. Hello, I see I got some more people here. Thank you. I've been chit chatting with Home Bartending, Cruise Vet Adventures, Jupino earlier. Chamir earlier was here. Cutie Pie, Fan Pro Love from Canada were here. If you guys see anybody here, so I had and cruising is fun anytime. So I had a lot of different people here, different content, but all people that I follow and enjoy watching their videos. So if you see somebody here that you don't have, go in and look at their videos. Check their content out. If you like it, go in, push that button and stuff like that. Because we all got different ways of thinking, different mentalities, different things that we like. But sometimes something you like is something that somebody else likes, and just go and look at it. Yeah, I got my son, like I said, Cruise Vet Adventures. He's graduating. My other is my daughter. She's a lot younger. She's one more year. So I don't know how many. I have to find out what's left on that Hazelwood Act for my daughter to use, and not she'll use the remaining of my GI Bill and stuff like that. Um, so she's got the rest of the remaining for GI Bill, and she probably wants to be an Aggie, Texas A&M or Baylor. That's the two that she's looking at. But if she goes to Baylor, you can't use the Hazelwood Act because it's a private school. But any state school, they could use that Hazelwood Act. Again, I'm here. Like I said earlier to a lot of the guys that are here already, just doing a live. It's my second live, just feeling comfortable and all that. Try not to look directly in the camera because I'll get that deer in the headlight look probably. Um, and I've been drinking this slow. I guess that's good because I don't want to promote alcohol. uh, Again, thanks for the guys here. If you guys got any other questions, ask me. I'm always feel free to answer for you all that. Yeah, they're kind of different. I went on a live one, I think 2 Saturdays ago, I know who it was. As far as the person that was doing a live, it was a Filipino lady in the Philippines doing a live. I couldn't sleep that night, so I was up to about 11, and I jumped on a live at 10. And they were doing the StreamYard like home bartender said. They were doing a StreamYard, and the it was the Filipino ladies live. So there were two other people on StreamYard, and they invited a fourth person because I guess you could invite a lot of people on those StreamYards if I'm correct. And I'll eventually do like I mentioned. But so they have four people. Well, that fourth person ended up being like a total knucklehead. I'd use another word, but I'll use knucklehead. That's an easier word. Some of you guys know that. And he just started going off on them. At first, like all normal, like this, talking, and then he just started going left field. And then the guys told him like, calm down, like this is not your live, it's that lady's live. And the lady, Filipino lady, very nice and all that. She didn't tell him to block him or anything like that, or kick him off. One of the other guys had to tell the guy, calm down, man, it's not even your live, what the heck. And he just went again, like I said, on left field. And that was probably the strangest live that I've gone and seen and stuff like that, because I jump on a couple lives. Yeah, and this guy, man, he's one of those ones I think was past a troll, because I think if he acts like that on here, I don't, sometimes they say people, okay, social media, they act that way, but when you see them out there, they're like totally different. They're scared to sell. You can probably kick their butt. But this guy, I don't know, though, just the way he was sounding and talking, I think he's got that same attitude no matter where he's at and stuff like that. Oh man, see, yeah. And I haven't gone cruising fun any times lives a lot, but I've gone once in a while. And yeah, and see, that's bad, especially it's not your life, but if you want to have a life where you go all crazy, left field, right field, whatever, um, we'll jump in front of a trainer, whatever, but don't go and ruin somebody else's thing, especially if the people are real nice. Most people on YouTube are pretty nice, that I've noticed on the lives and stuff like that. I haven't found any crazy things. Most of the people are pretty interesting, have some good comments, like home bartending reviews. I enjoy stuff like that. You don't need some knucklehead going on there and just causing hate and discontent. It's just crazy. Um, but again, if you guys see anybody here, I know I see only two people here, so you guys are probably already connected anyway. But if you see anybody else, go and like, connect them, check out their channels and stuff like that. It's kind of like what I like doing and stuff. Um, I've just been doing this for a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, you went to A school here, so if you retired, you were over here in San Antonio for MA school, Master Arms School, correct? Or because I don't think the Cormian was the HM core school. I don't think was down here yet. Or wait, the other one is some of the crypto techs. What was your rate there, Cruise Vet? Yeah, MA school. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty much the only Navy schools over here, because the other one was dog handling, the dog handling school over there in Lackland, over there where the Air Force does their boot camp and stuff like that. Yep. Yeah, San Antonio is a nice place. I don't know what side of the fence you guys are on, but San Antonio right now is pretty good. Um, the only city in Texas, I don't know how bad Houston is. Houston for me is the worst thing there is the traffic. It's just crazy with traffic. Um, oh, Summer Tech. Okay. Yeah, that's back when the MA school was, you had to, you cross right into that once you made E5. That's what they used to do. But after a while, they just start making that its own rate, which I still think is bad. Taken from fleet sailors that if you were E5 and above, and then going MA, you have more respect, more knowledge and stuff, how everything ran. Because it's funny, you get an 18-year-old guy out of the Master Arms School, or the military police school for the Marines and Army guys, probably. Um, 18-year-old guy coming out of MA school, police school, thinking they're Billy Bad. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's like you did cruise vet adventures, probably E5 and above. That's how I used to go into our military police, because you had that experience and stuff, and just know how to be around other fleet sailors. Um, but yeah, Air Force is not bad. A lot of the retired guys around me here are Air Force people. It's only two Navy guys down the street, and one of them's got his flag outside, so I know where he lives. Yeah, yep, that's true, cruise vet, but that's what they did. 2000 was about 2005. They wanted to downsize also and do all this other stuff, and they were just, oh, well, they could do it. They're in the military, yeah. But when you're talking to them and stuff like that, yeah, it's not. I think I had an E3 Air Force security person try to tell me something, and I shouldn't have talked back, but I was an E6 at the Air Force base in Anchorage, Alaska, the only sailor there, because like our plane got delayed and we ended up doing maintenance, and I was there overnight. And I went to the base club there in Anchorage, Alaska, the Air Force base, and had too many beers and tequilas with some army guys that come down from the army base, and they come down there. So yeah, it was a little E3 trying to tell me something. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. But that's sailors how we used to act. I don't think they act like that anymore. It's a lot of toned down stuff in the military now. But again, it's great seeing you guys here, Cruise Vet, Home Bartending, Dupino on here earlier. The people with Shamir, some of the Filipinos that came by said hi and stuff like that. It's kind of cool to see you guys here. I'll probably be doing this for about another 30 minutes, an hour. Probably have one more. I'm still on my first one. I'm not smashing them or anything like that. Yeah, San Antonio, Texas is real nice. The weather is always nice. 2 years ago, that first year, was it the first year? Yeah, the first year that the COVID had started, we had that big snowstorm here, and no one knew how to act. Uh, we lost power, and then we had rolling power for 5 days. Um, it was kind of cool. I had time off of work because every day they call me, hey, don't come in. There's ice on the road, ice on the road, don't come in. So for us, ice on the road shuts down everything here in San Antonio, Texas area. So yeah, San Antonio, like you said, Cruise Vet is a nice place. Hey, Tuber Chat, how are you doing? Nice to see you there. Like I was telling Cruise Vet Adventures, Home Bartending, and some other people that drop by, I'm just here trying my second live to see how it goes. And just getting comfortable being in front of the camera and stuff like that. Yeah, I could believe Houston's the same way. Most of the Texas towns, unless you're in the Dallas or north of Dallas or to the west, I think most of those ones they kind of have their roads and municipalities set up for snowstorms and stuff like that. Again, Tuber Chat, cheers. Nice to see you here. Help support us and all that. And like I said in here too, anybody, the new people that had come in and actually were viewing earlier, go and connect. Watch everyone's channels. Enjoy some other content because we all have different types of content, different things. I know I have a variety of content that I go through on a weekly basis. I know I post at least 3 times a week just to get my channel out there known and stuff like that. I have some that I'm working on. I got to edit and stuff like that, like Cruise Vet Adventures earlier was saying he's got some that he's editing. I got a couple more edit with upcoming videos and stuff like that. Let me see. One thing I like doing home bartending and Cruise Vet, when I did go some other countries, I did collect what you call it, pictures from the beer companies that I was at and stuff like that. Yeah, Del Rio's nice. Del Rio's a nice place, Cruise Vet. Actually, one of my neighbors, about 3 houses down, they're from Del Rio. The husband was stationed at there's a very small Air Force base or a small Air Force station there, and that's where she met her husband. And they live down the street from us here. The one place I go to, well, besides me being from the Rio Grande Valley, Cruz Vet, is I'm from Brownsville, Texas, originally, is on the border across from Matamoros, and South Padre Island is down there. If you tell people South Padre Island, they're okay. But Brownsville's starting to get on the map because you got SpaceX down there. Elon Musk pumped in $20 million to the city down there to help rehabilitate our the main street down there in Brownsville, Texas area. So that was kind of cool. Elon Musk is starting to spend money down there, and it might bring jobs down there. Um, so I know one other place I go to a lot, Cruz Vet, and some of the other guys here following me are watching right now. I go to Eagle Pass every so often. Go to Eagle Pass. I have relatives there, but I don't spend all day with them there. I spend about 6, 8 hours with them, and then I go take some. I call them tours. I go take some casino tours and just enjoy the casino there and how it is there. That's the only one in Texas. All the others, I don't know if Texas is going to ever get casinos here. They're still trying to vote on it and stuff like that. I'm a good Catholic kid, yeah, gambling, 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 yeah. But some people they just enjoy it. But again, I can see the downside. Some people get carried away and lose all their money and stuff like that. Yeah, Del Rio is nice though. It's great weather there. They got some good hunting there on both sides of the border. Um, they used to hunt white winged dove on the other side of Del Rio back when it was safer to go there. Del Rio is not really one of the bad cities on the other side right now. The other side of Laredo is Eagle Pass, and then like where I'm from. So anywhere across McAllen, Texas, or Brownsville, Texas, those are some bad cities on the other side and stuff like that. Even people from there, like I have relatives or even my friends that still live down in Brownsville that communicate. They're like, man, we don't even go to Mexico. We got family there. We'll go straight to their house if we have to go see them, and then we go straight back. But other than that, they don't go over there like we used to. Um, I know home bartending was already in the military, but like in the late '80s, before got in the military in '90, in the late '80s, we used to go our high school years and go drink across. We'd walk across, boom, junior, senior year, go walk across, go to dance clubs. There was one called Casablanca. Go over there, dance, have one or two beers. Because back then, your tolerance for beer was like nil to none, and the beer was 50 cents. So you save like $2 during the week. Go across, drink about 4 beers, and then walk across. And you'd walk. You'd walk about a mile into town, and then you walk a mile back, cross the bridge. The worst thing that happened for you back then in the late '80s in Matamoros or Brownsville on the bridge on the other side was the little kids. They had the chiclet candies, the little 5-pack candies. Hey, get a chiclet, get a chiclet. They try to hand you the chiclet, and you're like, here's the money. And then you go home. You go eat a Whataburger before you go home and stuff. Get that taste out of your mouth. Yeah. El Paso is another bad place. That's probably why I don't know what year you were there, but yeah, El Paso is just as bad. It's they got some cartel there. We got the Gulf Coast cartel down in the Brownsville, Texas area, and I think they're the Zetas up there and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true. Home bartending, pickpockets was the worst thing back in the late '80s in Mexico. Even when we used to go, if you guys are ever out of San Diego, Tijuana back then, that was the worst thing. And you get a pickpocket and stuff like that, or if you acted dumb, you get your butt kicked. But it was a good old butt kicking. That was it. But sometimes you deserve that and stuff. Um, so that was going across in Tijuana and stuff like that from San Diego. You get that San Diego. I give San Diego one good credit is they had that nice little train system to get back and forth and stuff like that. Yeah, Rosarito. Yeah, a lot of people used to go down there and stuff like that. I was in San Diego as a single sailor long. I was there. My first ship, like I said, USS Midway. It was it's a museum now. So again, I feel old with that being a museum there. When we were getting ready to decommission her, because I was in Japan on her, we brought her across, did the swap over with the USS Independence. She went to Japan. We went to San Diego, and behind us was the USS Ranger. That was another ship that was decommissioning. So we were decommissioning, and we used to go again to TJ Rosarito, Ensenada, and go out, hang out with sailors and stuff like that. And that was just cool things to do as an 18-year-old back then, 19-year-old. Um, so we always enjoyed it, and you know, knowing the language was good for us because we had a couple of guys that they actually had relatives in Tijuana, so we'd spend the whole weekend over there, and then barbecuing at their relatives' houses and all that, and then going to a tienda or whatever to get some comida, and then we'd walk back across. So it was interesting there. Um, and I think right now I have two friends that are still they work for the military now as contractors. They retired, but they both live in Tijuana because it's a lot cheaper. Yep, yep. $5 all you can drink places. Yeah, that's where I remember drinking two or three pitchers, and I don't know how I made it back across and wake up for duty in the morning and get back to work. But that's kind of how it was. Those were the younger years. Now, like I said, most of the time, maybe on the weekend, I only drink one or two beers the whole weekend. So I'm not big into not like slamming them down anymore. I have been to parties. I'm waiting to go back to the Philippines probably next year with our family. Just do another trip. We were planning to go during COVID, but I know every time I go there, I end up buying a case, two, three cases, and I probably finished about 16 of those things with my wife's relatives and stuff that love drinking. Yeah, same. The cruise bed. I don't like I said. I really don't go big parties, slamming them down, or whatever, and stuff like that. I know the graduation coming up for my son. It's customary when the day of the graduation that night, San Marcos, the square there in San Marcos is full of bars and all that. It's kind of customary for the parents to hang out with their graduate at home for a couple hours at the bars. So I'll probably be taking some time. I'll drinking a lot of water, eat some red meat before I go out to some of those bars there in the square in San Marcos, just to follow part of that tradition. I might have some videos on that, not for the drinking part, of course, but some of the other traditions of Texas State, when they graduate after the ceremony, they all go to the river there that cuts it through the college campus. They go in the river, they take off their robe, and then they jump in the river. That's a tradition that they do there in Texas State. Lyndon Johnson did it back when he was a graduate from there, and everyone else even before Johnson, and people nowadays still jump in that river. So I'll do a video probably of that. That's probably about 2 weeks from now and stuff like that. But again, it's good to see people here checking out the YouTube channel of mine, JoseFantasticville. Like seeing people, new faces, and all that. Had a lot of different people earlier and stuff like that. And again, um, I think most of us in here are currently connected to each other. Anybody else comes in, connect, like, share some of these fellow content creators' videos. Um, how Galveston's always good. I've always enjoyed Galveston. Good places to eat there. There's a lot of history in Galveston, and I know I do a lot of history things. I've been stuck in actually the small town area. There's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of like I live right near New Braunfels, Texas, which was settled by the Germans back in the 1840s. Right after Texas became its own country, a lot of the people in the area. So a lot of the streets around here, cities, schools, all have some sort of German name. Um, they have a couple actual breweries here. I'll probably go do a video of one or two of those so home bartender can see the brews that they have. And some of you guys that enjoy at least one beer every so often, stuff like that. But yeah, I'll probably do one of those areas and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of history. The Germans were here. They did everything all the way up to San Marcos, and then east of Seguin was the German pocket. And then in the Waco area, there was a lot of Czech and Polish towns up in those areas. So there were a lot of different people already moving to Texas back in the 1840s and stuff like that. Okay, Seawolf Park, yeah. Yeah, I've been to that area before. I know right now the USS Texas, she's in she's over in a dry dock getting fixed. She had a couple of leaks and she was actually sinking in the mud there in San Jacinto. And like last year they towed her. Um, I'm trying to contact the people that run the museum, see if they'll when they tow her back wherever they're going to tow her to sit for the museum again. I'd like to get on that. It's it's only a couple miles on a ship that's actually got all its engines running and not being towed. It's only like an hour and a half journey, but that journey was 12 hours. I wouldn't mind being on the battleship for 12 hours and doing some video on there while she's underway. Um, I wasn't did 14 years at sea, so I was always underway. It's always cool to be underway and just being on a battleship, well, especially that battleship um, from World War One, and then she saw action in World War Two. She shot some shells down onto Okinawa also, and Okinawa and Iwo Jima. So yeah, yep, yeah, she's there sitting in dry dock. They're fixing her whole bottom. Her whole bottom's got it had like five different leaks, patches. I saw the YouTube. There's a YouTuber that works for the USS Texas Historical Society, and they did a video and they were showing where all her leaks were at, the biggest patches that need to go on there, and all the work that has to be done underwater. Um, and some of it's down near where the shafts used to be on her. So yeah, it's a big ship, historical ship. It's not as big as, of course, the Missouri over there in Hawaii, but and Alabama. The Alabama is kind of big too. She did her tours, and she was a great ship. So yeah, I'll probably go take another tour of her. I've taken tours of her before, but that's back when I just go take pictures. And before I got this YouTube started. Uh, but again, like I said, it's great to see you guys here, chat, talk on a Saturday and stuff like that. And then just learn a little bit about each other, talk about different things. Like right now, the three of us are veterans that I know of, and the fourth person maybe also. I haven't used any of the military flights since I retired. I know I can take them actually to the Philippines. Some of the flights go to Clark Air Force Base, the old Air Force Base there. Um, so I might take advantage of those ones if I could get on those. Um, because it's probably going to be a lot more cheaper than what it is now. Because when I was stationed, like I said, in Japan before, it was about $300 to $400 round trip for one person to the Philippines. And when I used to go with my family when we were stationed in Japan, and four people, 300, that's 1,200 bucks. Nowadays, it's for one person from, I think, Dallas or Austin. Of course, there's going to be stops. Dallas has a direct flight, but it's 1,800 per person. So it's crazy on the prices and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably look into it this next time, see if I could take one, especially since it goes to Clark. Yeah, I think of yeah, it's those are useful. I've been on one before. The worst one I was on was a C-130. This I was still single, but they were transferring me. I was going to my next duty station, and I was on a C-130, and that thing you hear the engine, you couldn't sleep. It was a 6 hour flight. We had one stopover, but you just hear those engines the whole time. Like, oh god, and it's just the props and everything. It was just a bumpy ride. That was probably it was a cool ride. Just I'd never been in a C-130, um, so I was just having a good time and enjoying it. But yeah, it was getting me from point A to point B and stuff like that. Um, yeah, and let's see, the other one was I know we're talking other countries, but like yeah, the C-130 was an awesome ride, bumpy, kept me awake. I think I was more tired when I got there, and I slept like the whole day. My first duty station, um, they gave me a day like just to relax and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of historical sites here in Texas. Probably in a lot of other places. I know Houston's got some nice looking places. Oh yeah, I wish that. See, that's the thing. For me, I've never been over to Europe. The 33 countries I've been to, none of them were in Europe. Um, the closest thing, but it's not really there, was Jordan. The other one was Djibouti. That one country called Djibouti. You tell people that they don't even know where the hell that's because they don't even know that's a country. They think you're joking around when you say that. But yeah, Djibouti and Jordan were probably the two closest they got there. Now I've been to Russia, but the three times I went to Russia, I was in Vladivostok, which is on the east side of Russia, on the Pacific Ocean side. So the, I don't think that really counts, even though the other half of Russia is in Europe. But yeah, I was on the eastern side of Russia and off the Pacific side, so I don't know if that counts. But other than that, yeah, I've been to Africa, most of the Asian countries, Australia. Australia was awesome. They love they love Americans there as long as you not acting dumb, knuckleheads like I said earlier and stuff. Like some of us know. Um, Australia was awesome. New Zealand, some of the French islands down in the Pacific were nice. Um, Indonesia. Yeah, it's a lot of different countries there, and I enjoyed meeting or going there, meeting the people there, and having a good time, taking tours. And that's the biggest thing. Yeah. Oh man, Australia was nice. Perth. I've actually been to Perth, Fremantle. The other one, Townsville, Sydney, and Darwin. So those are the places I've been in Australia. And with Darwin, Townsville, I went to those more than twice. So those were kind of nice. And to me, Darwin kind of felt like Texas. A lot of cattle ranchers out there, farmers, um, trucks everywhere, love barbecues, red meat. Darwin and Townsville also is a small town. Those two kind of remind me of Texas and stuff like that. Just the way that they are, they act and stuff like that. You know, nothing's gonna touch us, just like Texans think all the time, unless you're the Houston Texans. But I don't know if you guys watched the draft too. The draft has been going on. Um, Cowboys got some people, of course. Some teams are different. Some teams are gonna say, "Oh, we didn't need that guy, or we needed that guy." So the draft is kind of awesome. I don't know if I ever. I guess that would be kind of something good to make a content on. Is I see a lot of guys do that, but they've been doing that for years and stuff. Yeah, we got two Michigan players. We got the defensive lineman was a Michigan player, the first pick we had, and the second or the third pick we had was the tight end from Michigan. Yeah, we got two Michigan players. Um, then we got somebody from the University of Texas also, another linebacker. Yeah, so we got a tight end and defensive lineman from Michigan. So, and it's kind of cool, you know. I haven't a lot of the drafts in the past couple of years. It's always like an SEC guy, SEC. You know, Alabama, Georgia, all those teams down south have been where most of the guys have been getting their players from. But it was kind of nice to see some guys from Michigan. Um, and then it was kind of interesting because Jerry Jones does not like getting people from Texas. He always passes on people from Texas. He passed on God during. If you're a Kansas City fan, you guys got lucky. Patrick Mahomes was from Texas. Went to high school in Texas, played college ball in Texas. Jerry Jones usually doesn't look for Texas players, but we got a guy this time draft pick from University of Texas. But yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan. I get upset about that stuff. So, but we got quarterback with the number 2 pick. Maybe we'll get more than 3 wins next year. Yeah, you guys did get a quarterback. They just got a. I don't know. Houston Texans is. I don't know if it's the management, the way the team's run, but their players get disgruntled after a while or something. It's just I noticed that, and not just one player. It's a couple of other players over time get disgruntled. But yeah, you guys got a good quarterback. It's Saw. So hopefully you guys can do something. You know, he's a rookie, but you never know. Rookies do good. Look at Mahomes; he's done good. Um, Patrick Mahomes, he's done good every year he's been in, and he's only been in 5 years. So some guys are natural; they just come in and change the game. Yeah, yeah. I can understand, and that's the same with a lot of teams. I don't know. Well, Detroit, they still. I don't know. Are you a Detroit Lions fan on bartending? I don't. They. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Which is the? Yeah. Somebody up there. Don't they? The owners, the old lady, like Firestone Goodyear or Goodyear Firestone. I know she seems like a good owner, but I don't know. I think it's the other one that's a bad owner, Jerry Jones. But I don't. Did you guys actually watch the draft? Because when I was watching the draft, they showed the draft and they show the when they're deciding on the players, they'll show like all the owners and the coaches in the room together in their conference rooms. The one with the Cowboys, Jerry Jones. So you had Jerry Jones, and every person is freaking relative. Every family member of his there, down to his grandkids. So that was something. I saw Mike McCarthy. That was it. Everybody else was a family member of Jerry Jones, including his wife. Like, are they the only ones making decisions? What the heck? But Bill O'Brien ruined it. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry Jones, man. He should have kept Jimmy Johnson. We probably would have won 20 more. Yeah, it's just, I guess the owners, I don't know if you guys used to like the Raiders or watch the Raiders a lot back when in the 70s and 80s. Um, the Raiders were their owner was real bad at that too and stuff like that. In the 70s and 80s, the Raiders owner, um, yeah, he was like that too, kind of like how Jerry Jones is now. So wants to be in control of everything. Hey, I got a fifth person here. Thanks for joining in and coming in. I know we're talking about sports here, but we can talk about anything. Just if you see somebody here, look at their page, their channel, give them support. Just connect or look, see if you like what they have out there and stuff like that. For me, for example, I got a variety of stuff. We've just been talking about some sea stories and sports here recently. But like I said, we're open to talk about everything else. Just enjoying my second life for me. See how comfortable I am. Trying to get comfortable with everybody. Tried to do a StreamYard earlier, like I told home bartending here, but that didn't work out. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video on that. Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, and it's like Ezekiel Elliott. They cut Ezekiel Elliott this year, so I don't think anyone's picked him up, and I have a feeling no one's gonna pick him up. I think after his fourth year, he just kind of went downhill after that spending a month down in Mexico debacle he did and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just different out there. Just each team, each owner, or just the way they run things is different. I'll give the Eagles. I know they're in the same division. I'll give the Eagles credit. They had some great picks and stuff like that, and their owner, he's been doing some good things with them and stuff like that. No. And he's one of those owners that doesn't go down and get his hands involved during the game and stuff like Jerry Jones. He's got that direct line, calls Dak, hey Dak, what the heck? But yeah, it's kind of different out there. Again, thanks for all the guys that have been here, supporting me, stuff like that. I'm going on my first minute and 30 or hour and 30 correction there. Just talking, chatting. A couple of good guys here, home bartending. Most of his videos are beer reviews and some other little pointers. Cruise Vet Adventures out on the ocean, doing some cruises, which I've been learning a little bit about. I haven't done any cruises myself yet. Earlier, we also had Dupino here. I learned a lot on his videos about the Jewish faith traditions, and then his area, the states he lives in. He does a lot of local videos like scenery, road trips like that, and also he's married to a Filipino lady. Um, and I had two other cruise videos here. Tuber Chat came by, gave his support. I go on Tuber Chat and watch his videos. I learned a lot of tips from him, and everybody else that's here. I've learned some tips and stuff like that. Tuber Chat, again, helps people connect and grow and keep getting better at what they're doing and stuff like that. And with everybody that's here, Home Bartender, Cruise Vet, Jupino that came by, just seeing people support you, just Shamir, Ellie Cutie was here. I think not Farm Pro. I just keep saying Farm Pro for something. What is it? Fam Pro Love was here. So I had some people from Canada here. Yeah, that's right. Tuber Chess for Canada. So I had other people from Canada here too, supporting. So it's just kind of nice to see people from all other places. I had some people from the Philippines watching and supporting also. So it's kind of cool. It's great when you see other people, and then people that you know supporting each other. It is like I said, I go to some of these other lives and watch them giving support. I might not hit every live, but I go to some and check them out, see how they're doing and stuff like that. And it's a great thing and stuff. Um, the last thing we were talking about here was football owners and things like that. Um, I was watching a YouTube video this morning, but I never finished watching it. And was talking about the worst Major League Baseball parks um, in the states, and one of them was the one down in Tampa Bay. Um, that's the one that I remember the most. We had some squirrels out here on the window. Live out in the country, so we got a lot more wildlife. There was a coyote out here the other day. We have a buttload of squirrels out here going around scratching things. There was one jumped on our windowsill. It's about 7 feet high. I don't know how the hell he got up there, but he got up there. And then today, like Cruise Vet and some of the other guys, I've been editing videos. I have some more videos. Probably have one coming out tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. I'm an Astros fan. Texas, we got two ways to go: either Texas Rangers or Houston Astros. And I've always loved the Astros since I was a little kid back in the '70s. Back when Nolan Ryan pitched for him, after he pitched for and then he went to the Rangers, pitched for the Rangers. But after he came from California Angels, where he started, there's actually a good Netflix like docu series or documentary on Nolan Ryan that I watched, and that was actually Netflix has some good hit and misses sometimes, and that was one of the ones. I think was it pitching against Nolan Ryan or pitching something against Nolan Ryan, but it was a good documentary on Nolan Ryan. Um, he's got so many records. He's got like 30 plus records. Of course, most walks and most hit somebody with baseball type records, and I think most fist fights. Nolan Ryan used to love fist fighting somebody. If you didn't like you, he'd mean you. And if you charge him out, he's not gonna back down. Yeah, that was a good one. His hometown, I think, is when you're going from San Antonio, you're driving into Houston. His hometown's along Interstate 10, if I remember right. And he had a burger joint. I don't know if it's his burger joint or maybe family members and stuff like that. Yeah, the Astrodome was awesome. I remember it was right there near Astroworld. Um, it was a great stadium, but now they got that new one over there, downtown area almost. Yeah, I like that stadium. It's a pretty cool stadium. Um, I don't know. Is it the last time I went? It had a train, a small train that would run across during home runs or something. I don't know if they still do that, but that was kind of cool. I know there's one or two stadiums out there that have like a swimming pool out in the outfield and stuff like that, and people actually use it. So are they there to swim in the pool? Pay? I don't know how much they pay to swim in the pool instead of watch the game, but um, it's like that when I watch the World Series and the Astros are playing, and that's usually when I watch the World Series more often. I used to play baseball in high school. I was too short to get a college scholarship, but um, when I watched the World Series on TV, I saw everybody like this. Like when they show the audience, there's more people like this on their cell phones than watching the game. I'm like, man, you're paying thousands of dollars for World Series ticket, and yet you're doing this the whole freaking time. It's just like the couples that go to lunch and they're both are eating dinner together. And they're both like that. Instead of you're right there, just talk to each other. But yeah, see, they still got the train. Yep. Well, shoot, that's interesting. That's cool that your brother was part of that stadium. So he probably got his name somewhere. So I know when we refurbished the second ship I was on, the USS Blue Ridge. This is back before we used contractors for everything. They would get all the divisions together, and then they break those divisions up into working crews, and you would go actually rebuild certain parts of the ship or whatever, like the berthing compartments and all that. And that's one of the things I did, the rehabilitation. And the rehabilitation part, before we put the new racks, or what we call coffin racks. Home bartender, if you rode an amphibious ship, you probably know, those racks, beds that are in the ships. Cruise vet knows them probably. But the bottom rack, before we put it on the ground, a lot of us would write our name and then we were from under there, and then we put that rack on top of it. And so we had like our name down there and stuff like that. It's probably cool. I bet your brother has an area in the stadium that a couple of guys went and wrote their name somewhere. Which club? Yep, yep. Or a dozen amphib ships there. Yeah, it's been interesting. I was planning to only stay on an hour, but I'm an hour and 37 minutes. I think I'll just round it up to 2 hours. Again, thank you for everyone that's here, support each other. I know most of us here that are on right now are all supporting each other, and supported a lot of the same people, but just continue to grow. I know as I continue to grow, I know we're all growing, and just keep pushing out there and stuff like that. Full steam ahead. Damn torpedoes. That's the motto on the USS Mobile Bay. But yeah, you got a lot of little mementos. I don't know. Did home bartending and cruise vet? Did you guys get like your coins, challenge coins and stuff? This was These ones are from my last command. This was the Navy Munitions Command. That was one of the designs. It's a dragon on the back. And then had that one. It was a bigger size, and then that was the design on the back for the Chiefs mess there. We had 5 Chiefs there. This was my last duty station was what you call it, the Navy Munitions Command, and I did the facility management and transportation. And the Marines we supported with ammunition, because we filled up the fleet ships that were there, but we support the Camp Fuji Marines. The Camp Fuji Marines, who we supported as far as giving them their ammunition, all that for their big guns and stuff. They had a artillery range over there at Camp Fuji. Yeah, I have. I somehow ended up, I think about close to 100 coins, just from the ships I was on, the Chiefs mess that I was on. But every time there was another Navy ship from another place, a lot of the chiefs who would trade with other chiefs on their ship, so we get another coin. I have some from other branches, but I think the Marines only have like 2. And then I got the Army. The Army is different. Maybe, I don't know, because I wasn't in the Army, but the Army, they don't trade as much as like maybe the Navy guys and the Marines, or you meet somebody out there and you're trading coins. When you meet somebody from a different ship, like this Chiefs mess, and then God forbid you don't have this in the bar somewhere. That's another story. But yeah, I've got 2 from the Army, but they're for actually doing superior work from the commanding officer of a unit. One of them was in Korea, and then the other one in Hawaii. And those actual commanding officers would award you those for outstanding work, kind of like a Bravo Zulu. And so the 2 Army ones I have from our actual commanding officers of those units. Air Force, I have 1, but it's like a token one. It just says like Air Force or whatever base and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. The army ones and stuff like that. Like I said, the army I didn't really get much. I got a couple marine, and the rest are all pretty much just navy ships I've been around or myself I've been on and stuff. Oh, chemical battalion. Yeah, and see, and that's the National Guard. I know that they're not into it that much. It's usually active duty, I think, but I think these are getting ready to go away because it's like a lot of things. They're getting away from traditions and stuff like that. I think Cruise Vet knows like the shellback initiate. Well, we used to call it initiation and stuff. I don't think they call it that anymore. They still do it. Same with home bartending. If you are across the equator on an amphib ship, the Marines were able to do that too. But I think that's one of the traditions. When I was getting ready, my later years in the military and the Navy, they were kind of downplaying there or not as doing as much, and they were. It was like really watered down. Yeah, my I did my shellback crossing. I crossed the equator um, in '91, right after we finished Desert Storm, Desert Shield. We were getting ready to go to Thailand, but going to Thailand from the Persian Gulf, if you go straight line, they're 25 miles above the equator the whole damn time. So we got permission to go below the equator and then come back up and stuff like that. So that was in 1991. Um, I was still 18 when I did that. See, you're correct, Cruz. Um, two of the ships I was on, the destroyer, the last ship I was on before my last shore duty, the destroyer, the USS Howard, we did them twice, and it was basically we had the water hose, but you had um, full stream nozzle. You couldn't do that directly on them anymore. We had the wire hose up like this, and like I was the only reason I participated because at that time I was the oldest guy. I got to be I got to be King Neptune because I was the oldest guy on the King Neptune on ships used to be the guy that had crossed the equator like the longest before. So since I crossed in '91, at that time I was the oldest guy that crossed the equator, so I got to play King Neptune, and yeah, we really couldn't do anything. Um, Back when I did it, we had jelly bellies. Basically, they put peanut butter or Crisco. They put a jelly bean in this guy's belly button, and you get your face in there, and somebody's holding your face till you get that jelly bean out, and then you move on to the next stage. But those were actual. They call it is a shellback ceremony because there was a big ceremony, it was a big thing, and I did it on a carrier. So there were a lot of stages, and the ship would save the trash for the whole day, the whole night before, the whole day, and especially on the carrier, they had a whole tube that you had to crawl in on your arms and knees. You had to go through it, and that thing was about 50 feet long. And the whole time they're like pushing you and all that. Some guy stopped in front of me and you could hear him throwing up. So when I went through, I know I went through that guy's bombing and stuff like that. But it was part of the thing. And to me, I don't know, I guess because I'm older now, but to me that was fun. But nowadays they got, like you said earlier, they start downplaying that and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't they just I don't know. I guess they want to stay correct in the world and environment, but sometimes on a ship or no matter what you're in the military, you're out there defending yourself, and eventually, you might pass away one day defending the country. But give the guys that one thing, that's the way I still think. It's part of the traditions of the military and stuff like that. And most of the traditions are already going away. Um, I know, well, like for the Navy, they have a big thing when someone makes chief, which is E7. Whenever they make chief, you do all this ceremony, you do all this stuff, and I think they call it training now, and they really pretty much just do everything by a bunch of books and PowerPoints nowadays. They don't go making boxes and all this other stuff. But it's all changed. But yeah, this was one tradition, and I don't know if it's still around, but you take this in a bar and if you're knocking on that table, you know what I mean? Yeah, I heard that too. I got my gold chevrons on my last year in the military. There, I spent 23 years because you have to get 12 years straight. And there were some times that I talked back, even when I was a little more senior and stuff like that. I just honored courage and commitment. They always say, "Hey, I was just having my courage. I was being committed to what I was doing, and I was doing it respectfully, having honor." But yeah. So in my shadow box, my chevrons they're red, and I don't know if my rate had something to do with it, but yeah, I was a bosun mate. So crossed anchors and everything. I don't have the ring on right now, but yeah, I got red chevrons. When I retired, they were 24 years, red chevrons. I think I got good conduct 4 times at least. Um, but other than that, yeah, yeah. This again, like I said, this is one tradition that's getting. I don't know again if they're still doing it. They might still do it for doing a good job. Ah, that's cool. So you worked in the deck department and stuff like that. So okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's why I retired as Chief Mate just had a loud mouth too. But most of us did back then. Yeah, I still have a lot of guys here. Thank you guys again for coming in, supporting. Um, yeah, I still have mine, and mine's in my shadow box. So I have another one. Um, that's another thing I heard is gone away. The bosun's calls. Um, so if home bartender was on a ship. Well, he was on the 80s on an amphib ship. He knows the bosun call, the noises, the whistle. Um, and it used to wake people up and stuff, tell you when to go eat, whatever to do and stuff like that. Um, well, I got a surprise person watching. My wife's watching me on her cell phone instead of just sitting next to me and watch it here. Hello. She's saying hello. Yeah, so it was a lot. It's a lot different. Like you guys say, hey, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. I've been here chatting with Cruise Vet and home bartending, just about a lot of little different things. Had some people from the Philippines here earlier, Canada. Had a tuber chat was here supporting. So it was kind of interesting to see you guys here. I was telling the guys earlier, this is my second live, like sitting down somewhere, just chatting and stuff like that. Just telling people, anybody new that came in that's not already connected, connect, watch other guys' videos, check all these other channels out. So we all got something to provide out there that's interesting. Each one of us has something different. I know I have a variety. Um, Corner, I don't have to tell you the other guys' stuff because I know you're already connected with these guys. But yeah, we're all good and stuff like that with things. We were just going over like coins, challenge coins, and stuff like that. How the military has gone away from traditions. Earlier, we were just talking about the NFL draft that just went through. Just how everyone's going through the draft picks and stuff like that with the teams. The Cowboys did pretty good. Home bartending let me know, and I knew too and stuff. We picked up 2 guys from Michigan, the Wolverines, and they're both from the film that I saw them. They looked like they're both good guys, good players and stuff like that. Um, so again, I've just been here getting comfortable. I told them earlier I tried to do this on StreamYard, but I don't know if I had it connected right and it wasn't going through. So I just went back to the regular the webcam that the YouTube has and stuff like that, um, and did that. So yeah, we've been talking about a lot of little different things. Had some beer. I think I need to go get another one here shortly. This one's empty already. Just haven't gotten up yet. If you guys give me a minute, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm just using the regular stream that the YouTube has. I have the StreamYard loaded on here, but it just I don't know. It just said something's not connected, and like I know I told home bartender with John that I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video on how to do it and stuff like that. So give me about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I just need to get one more of these. Only my second one, unless my wife wants to get it. Yeah, one of the guys on here, he does. My wife's asking if I'm allowed to drink. I'm like, I'm drinking, but one of the guys on here does beer reviews. So I'll be right back. Let me get one of these. It'll be about a minute from where my cooler's at to my mess here. Uh, I'll be back one moment. I'm back. Woo, hey everyone, I'm back. Yep, I had to go get another one. Only thing I don't have in this mess, I don't have a little freezer. I'll probably put one here later. Yeah, I stocked up earlier today. We were actually my parents and my son that was visiting from San Marcos. He was down here, so we were eating breakfast with them, and then we went to Pleasanton, Texas, to pick up some big pots to put it out in the front yard. Um, but again, it's great to see you guys here. I saw a lot of familiar faces here earlier and stuff like that came by. Some people from the Philippines, Canada, Corner here, home bartending, cruise vets here. I had a follower that's been subscribed, or I don't think I'm supposed to say that word, but someone's been a friend with me, a follower since I started. Jupino was on here earlier. So shout out to him and shout out to all you guys that come here and show support, help each other grow, and keep tugging along. Cheers.
How many people watching? Right?
Five. Five.
I thought you could stay only 1 hour.
I was, but I got people watching, so I might as well, so I could keep going. What else am I gonna watch? There's nothing much on Netflix. I already watched all my shows. But yeah, just here. I think that was. This is a beer. I don't know if you can find it here. I don't know if you guys can see this one. It's Cerveza Aguila or Eagle beer, and this is from Colombia. I got this in Corpus Christi, Texas. The Colombian Navy ship Gloria was in Corpus Christi visiting, and I was in the Navy Station Corpus at that time on shore duty, and I was able to go on board, and they invited some U.S. sailors on board. So I was able to go drink in their chief's mess. They have like some of the European countries, they're allowed to drink when they're off duty while the ship's underway. And this ship, I drank this on the Colombian naval ship Gloria, and the Gloria is a training ship for all their midshipmen. But I drank in the chief's mess. with their with their equivalent of chiefs and stuff like that. And this was actually a real good beer. It was like a pale, and it came out pretty good. Cerveza Aguila, yep, from Colombia. I'll go put it back and stuff. And this, I don't collect cans all the time, but like certain ones like this, I collect and just keep them as memories. Yeah, that was good beer. I don't know if you'll find it around here, or maybe if you go to Central America, and of course Colombia, you'll find it. But yeah, that was a good beer. Yeah, but that was a pretty nice ship. It had a mast still, a masted ship. It had running engines, of course, but they also still train them in how to run up and down the mast, um, put out put out all the line and everything, and get them going by wind power. So yeah, they still trained them that the old fashioned ways and stuff like that. But at the same time, they're teaching them navigation and all that other stuff. Um, Still using the navigation by celestial, like the military used, well, the Navy used to do. And then I don't know, they still do it, but I know when I was getting ready to retire, they were already just doing straight GPS and wayfinding. They still did the markings, but yeah. But it's good to have you guys here. If you got any other questions, go and leave any comments or questions here. Yep. So I haven't, I guess for 2 hours, it's not too bad yet. I've had up to 10 people watching at one time and 11 likes. So planning any schedule lives like this one, or I planned this one about maybe an hour, hour and a half before I started, or planning like to go out, like say on a drive or whatever, and or like a game, and do a live like that. This one, yeah, I guess I planned it in a hurry, but I just wanted to try it out for today. Um, Again, also like home bartender, I was trying to do a StreamYard, but I'll probably try one again next Friday or next Saturday. Um, yeah, that's actually a good school. I did all those. I got my small craft pin. Got my small craft for that. So I was able to drive like all your smaller landing craft LCUs, LCMs. So I got a pin for that, and I had to do all that navigation. So I love navigation. I like doing it. I guess if I had cross rate, I would have done quartermaster. But then they merged with signalman, so you had to do all that pom pom and all this other stuff with your hands and flags and stuff like that. The stuff is easy to memorize. I just wanted to play with flags all day. But yeah, navigation, I liked it. The celestial part was awesome. Used to measure everything, get out the sextants and all that. Look at the stars at night and tell where you're at, and then go track it on your charts. That was a pretty cool part of the training that we did. And even today, I could go out. Thank God, where I live here in the country, there's no I guess your lights from the cities or big towns don't skew your vision and stuff. And out here in the country, if I go out right now, I could see pretty much. If I took my camera out there, you'd probably see the stars pretty clearly if it was on a clear night. That's how nice the view is out here of the stars. So I'm hoping we never get any other subdivisions out here growing out this way, which I think they will eventually in 10 years. But yeah, you can see every constellation out there, and And I've told my kids, hey, look, that planet, and there's a planet there, and like, no, no, go Google it right now, see where this planet is right now, and I'll tell you, I'm pointing in the right spot. But yeah, I like the celestial navigation part and stuff like that. That was always an interesting thing to learn. I learned some cool things that you don't get to use everywhere. Yeah, your dad was an SM. Yeah, there was a lot of good SMs. That was actually a good rate. Those guys were pretty cool. Uh, and the ammunition ship I was on, they'd always sleep on the top waiting for unrep to happen, but underway replenishment to happen. But yeah, that was pretty cool because not besides just waving the flags and all that, they did the lights, all those lights. So they knew how to read that. So that was kind of interesting. That was a good trait to learn in the military and stuff. But they did other things besides that. Uh, it's like I know how to sew. I learned to sew because of the military. Besides like uniform items and stuff like that, we sewed canvas with big canvas machines, and we learned all the different things. Learned to put new pads in chairs and sew them back up and stuff like that. Upholstery, that's the word for it. So I learned to reupholster. So we learned there's certain skills that I learned in there, and I might do that one day if this damn seat gets too too thin. I might have to pad this up and do a video on that. Just doing using the reupholstery skills I learned shoot over 30 years ago almost. Because I retired in 14 and it's almost 2024, so it's 10 years. But again, yeah, thanks guys for that. The guys that are here and just supporting and support each other. I know I've gone to a couple of your guys' lives also, or just on your channels and support. Um, it's good to see you guys here again. Like I said, trying my first live. You still watching me? Wait, wait. She got your earpiece. No, and then just different things, learning people, and I've had a lot of good channels that follow me and stuff like that from other countries, and I'm starting to pick up Portuguese better because there's I think some of the follower or friends on her channel are from Brazil. There's a lot of I don't know if you have you guys noticed that. Did you got any friends or followers from Brazil? I've got about 15 of them um, that have come in. Sorry for burping. Not just the ribs. But I got like 15 that are from Brazil, and then I have two Greek followers. They always leave comments, which is great. I like getting comments. And the two Greek followers always leave their comments in Greek, so I have to go translate. Use the translator. It's simple, of course, and just find out what they say and stuff like that. I've had one in Korean. Of course, Korean is just crazy. It's a horrible language. I have a couple Australians also. There's I think was that Fluff. I think Fluff and Stuff is from Australia, and then there's like a cruise from Australia, and then like two people from Australia that I'm friends with that are they do mainly cemeteries, and like I think one of them he talks to them. I think that one's pretty interesting. But when I go to a cemetery, I talk about the cemetery. The ones I've done in cemeteries, I talk about the cemetery, the conditions maybe, and what's there. I don't go talking to the headstones. I don't want to do that. Somebody answers back, hey, why are you by my grave? I'll be like, no, I can't do that. So I gotta go. But no, actually though, what did happen? If you were to see my first cemetery video I did of the Marion Cemetery, um, my first minute and a half, I started outside the gate. But as soon as I entered the gate, my GoPro, my GoPro camera completely died. I had full charge because every time I get ready to leave, I'll charge this like for a couple hours, and I'll go do a video with her. My camera completely died in less than minute and 30 seconds. It was dead, and that was my first cemetery video. Okay, Cruise Vet, thanks for coming aboard, and thanks shipmate for watching. Have a good one and a good night and stuff like that. And again, it was good to see you here and supporting everyone here. Thanks for coming in, Cruise Vet. So my camera completely died, and so I used my cell phone after that, and I just thought that was kind of interesting for my first cemetery video that the camera died on me and stuff. So I don't know, but that was a sign or just some weird glitch in the GoPro. But I still finished the tour in that cemetery and was able to show you guys. Again, Cruise Vet, thank you for coming aboard and having a good chat. Thank you for being a good supporter of all of us here. I have 6 people here now. Thank you, everyone that's here. The guys currently here, corner clubhouse, home bartending. Cruise Vet just left. Earlier I had Jupino. Tuber Chat was here. It was awesome seeing him here since there's a lot of us that support and love and enjoy watching the content he has and how he helps a lot of us small YouTubers get started and keep going on the right path. Um, and then there's a lot of other channels that I know that I'm friends with or that I like watching. Everything from motivation, cemeteries, cruises, which I'm learning about. I was in the Navy and still haven't done actual cruise on a civilian ship. Uh, I've done a lot in the military, of course, but I've been learning seen a lot of good content out there. Reviews, food reviews. DP wonderful. She does all of those little dollar store type reviews and some other reviews. I have Scratch and Pete, which I like watching with scratching videos. There's a lot of slot guys that play casinos that I watch every so often. But there's all sorts of stuff I watch, history, historical things, cemeteries, uh, just a variety of things I like watching, and I hope I have a variety of things that people like watching. Just like all of us, we all have something, a specific niche, or even more than one niche that everybody goes and watches and stuff like that. But again, I'm 2 hours into this on my second live stream just to see how it goes. Getting comfortable with talking. I think I've been talking a lot. Um, but I haven't been like yelling or anything, hopefully, and stuff like that. I just been here enjoying a beer with fellow buddies, fellow veterans, fellow friends, and kampai, cheers, toast, salute. Yeah, if there's anything else you guys like to ask, go ahead and ask, or we could talk about. I know we went into sports there for a little bit. Sports is always interesting, stuff like that. All right, cheers. Thank you, home bartender. Yeah, it's my second Kirin. That's all I got in the fridge right now, Kirin. That's what I got earlier today. And that one beer that I showed you the can of, that was a pretty good one. Uh, that was on the ship. It's the only thing the Navy ships you get beer. Me and the cruise vet we were talking about it. Once you're out at sea over 90 days, you get a beer day. They give you 2 tickets for 2 beers, and then you drink them out at sea, and then that's pretty good. I got a lot of wine, but my wife likes drinking the wine, and then I got a lot of got about 2 bottles of tequila. But it's just one of those beer days today. Just relax, chill, have a good time, drink a beer, probably eat a snack later. I had some ribs earlier, but again, I got another viewer here. Thanks for coming in and watching us. If you see anybody here, a new name here that you haven't seen before, go and look at their content. Check them out. Everyone here has got pretty good content. I love watching them. Check them out. Look up their name. Share, subscribe if you want to. I shouldn't say that word, but share and become a friend with them. Yeah, my wife's got. We have like a wine rack here. She doesn't like drink every weekend or anything like that, but every so often she'll drink the wine or a margarita and stuff like that. But we keep it here in the cooler. We have a wine cooler and then a wine rack above it. and the margarita we keep in the fridge. But that's usually I have some beers, and I'm not like how I used to be. I know we talked earlier, like when we were younger, we could down maybe a 12 pack or something like that, probably, or half a bottle of tequila. But I'll drink maybe one, two, up to four on a weekend, but not every weekend. Some weekends I'm like, I don't even feel like it. I'm doing other stuff and stay busy and all that. But I know when I do go back, like maybe to the Philippines or another country that I've already been before to visit old friends or something like that with my family, I'll probably end up drinking more than more than one or two and stuff like that. Just because you're getting back and meeting old friends and stuff like that in person, and it's pretty interesting to have a good time with everybody. That's kind of how it was on my reunion we had a couple days last summer. But no, my counterpart keeps looking at me. I think she's watching me on her phone. She doesn't want to sit next to me. But yeah, it's been good. She may drop something. But yeah, I've been having a good time here, chatting, just getting comfortable in front of everybody, which I already am. But just I guess talking to a camera is a lot different. I'm comfortable talking to people in person. I used to do PowerPoint presentations or other sort of presentations in front of staff people. So it's just different talking to the camera. Try not to look directly at it and stuff like that. It's over to my right side. But I think next time I do a live, I need to have it on this side so it's not on my worst side. Got a couple of these damn sun marks. And I think one's hidden because I didn't show you. But again, thanks you all for coming in and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I'll get used to it over time and stuff like that. Feel comfortable like if it's not even there, or I won't even be looking that way and stuff like that. Kind of how I am kind of with our when I do the videos out in town when I'm walking around. I show everybody else, and if I show myself real quick, it's like it's part of my walking and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of second nature when I do videos out in town or walking about. Um, Still, every so often, I'll have it mounted on my damn near my window on my truck. And if I turn too sharp, it rolls around. So I edit it out of there. But there's, I don't know. I think I might leave it in one video, see if people catch it and stuff like that. That's kind of, I don't know if other guys do that, but or other people have been doing that, but I've done that like in two videos. I'll ask like a question in my description or, in the bigger description part. Not the actual heading, but the description, like, hey, did you see this or did you see Pac-Man or something like that? See if people actually stayed around to watch the whole video. Um, I had a lady the other day, she commented almost pretty much on the whole video, and then she put a timestamp. Now, she put the timestamp at the end of the video, so I don't know if that means she watched the whole video or she just put that timestamp. But there's some of the videos that I put chapters in. I know some people talk about you can put chapters in the bottom, and sometimes I've done that on a couple of my longer videos and stuff like that. That way you could just go on it. My last estate sale video was actually interesting. That guy, I think I had a chapter on that. It's like in the 7 minute mark or a little bit after 7 minutes. That guy had about 10 to 15 telescopes that was part of the estate sale. So I was like, what the heck? I don't know what he's using them for. The big one was like huge. It cost about 3,500, or that's what they were charging at the estate sale, 3,500 for it. And then they had smaller ones and stuff. And I asked the lady there, and she said, he was probably a perv. I'm like, no, I don't know. But because there's no way. I looked out the back, and it's all woods. So I don't, unless he loves looking high power at squirrels, I don't know. But yeah, yeah. And that's how some of my videos are, like my little shorter videos. My like if it goes up to 7 minutes, I don't usually have a chapter, but I got a couple or maybe 12 to about 19 minutes, and I'll throw a chapter in there just so if somebody doesn't watch the whole thing, at least in the chapters, it's about 3 minutes long. Typically, I guess that time frame where they say if you're gonna watch somebody's channel and if you're gonna follow them or become friends with them, You need to watch them like 3 minutes, I guess. It's kind of what I hear a lot. 3 minutes is like a magic number. Um, so I kind of space on about a 3 minute mark. So if they just watch that chapter, at least it's 3 minutes that they watch. There's some that too much stuff happens, or I end up doing. I've done some like maybe seconds apart. Let me get this out real quick. So you have any of you guys ever drank sake? I know I have a couple of viewers here that we've been talking about drinking too. Any of you guys drank sake from Japan? Well, this is a sake cup. We got a challenge one here too. But in Japan, this is traditionally what they used to drink the sake out of. They pour the sake in here, and then you just drink like that. So they're pretty interesting. We got these, um, the chiefs of the Japanese. This I got my last year in Japan in 2014. Um, honoring 54 years of the U.S. Japanese Alliance 2014. This so the senior NCOs of the Japanese Navy and U.S. Navy, we would have these functions where we get all dressed up. Our wives would get dressed up. We'd go, and every year they'd have a new sake. That's oh man, Habusake, yeah, Habusake is it's sake. Regular sake goes in quick, easy, smooth. You throw in that habusake, there's something about habusake there. It just, yeah, I had that in Japan too, and I know you had it in Okinawa. They liked it in Okinawa. That's where I saw it a lot more. And then Sasebo, Japan, I did see it a lot more. That yeah, that snake would carry all that juice in it too. So yeah, habusake. But these were cool. I have two of these and stuff. Just some memories from Japan. Just sake cups. And you just, like I said, you just drink out of it. But very interesting. I got a challenge coin wedge in there. It's from the base club in Yokosuka for the came out. This is a big one. This is the biggest one that I got. It doesn't fit in my case. Yeah, just keep that on the shelf over there. Yeah, home bartending. That's habusake. That's awesome. I love habusake. Sake the time I'm drinking them, and those will warm you up if it's cold outside. That habusake keep you warm, keep you going and stuff like that. Corner, I know we can. There's certain Asian stores or Japanese stores that do have might have sake or something. I know the Korean stores down here they have something. I think it's plum wine. It's like a sake. Oh, yeah, soju. Oh man, soju just as bad. I know soju. And I know you said you went to Korea. So did you ever have the Oscar in Korea? That was another another crazy thing. Um, yeah, soju's been good. Yeah, the sake. If you get an Asian store, try to. If you're not sake is not something you just go and drink all the time, or even you could do shots of it. But it's kind of you could drink it in a glass, regular glass, but it's not something you slam down. Yeah, OB. Yep, the Korean beer. OB is pretty good. I don't know. I liked OB. OB was nice. I enjoyed the taste of that when I used to drink that. But the sake again, going back to that, that's not something you slam down a lot of all the time.
Is she still up?
Mhm. But it's one of those ones you gotta enjoy and stuff like that. You can slam it down. I did that before with the Japanese uh, friends I had when I lived in Japan, and after 2 or 3 hours already, I thought I was fluent in Japanese. Japanese was my first language. I drank too much sake. I didn't know what I was saying, but I thought I was saying something. But yeah, yeah, OB. That was a nice one too. The other one I think from over there is Hite. Another Korean beer that I used to drink over in that area. And that one I could actually find over here. Height, HITE. I think that's how it was. Hey, you got another person here watching us and stuff. Like I said, just here talking to some good friends. If anybody here is different than that you've connected to, look at them, look at their channel, connect, share, support each other. Just everyone here, like on YouTube, for all the smaller channels. I know a lot of us don't go out there wearing yoga pants every day and exercising and all that other stuff, but support each other and help each other grow and stuff like that. Um, because I know I don't look good in yoga pants, but I might get a million views on that one. Just joking around. But yeah, so support each other, look at each other's channels. We all got a different thing that we could watch on each other's channels, enjoy, learn tips. Everyone's got certain tips and different things they do, and it kind of helps everybody else out too. I've learned a lot. I think YouTube over the years, just how to do this, how to do that. I've had one or two videos on how to do that. Um, these are some things that once you do it yourself, it's like, man, that was a simple thing. Like a doorknob I did. I asked a friend to come over to do it. He said, "No, just go buy it and just read the instructions. It's simple." And go, okay. So then I watched a YouTube video. The guy did it in 3 minutes. I did a video of it, and the video I did lasted. It did about 12 to 13 minutes. But again, I was in the video reading the instructions how to do the doorknob. But it came out good. It worked. And I know people they pay other people to do that. They're getting charged a lot to do it. Um, like I think the next thing I'm probably gonna do out here, my back patio, I'm gonna put like a screen. Um, it doesn't have the frame, so I got to make a frame, do a screen on 3 sides. It's a big patio. I had a contractor come price it out, and man, that thing, I could go buy a hot tub for the price they were going to charge. So I'm gonna, I guess, watch a video and learn how to do it myself, and plan to do it myself because the materials of it is only about 200, $300. Yeah, some of those contractors they get you. I don't know if you guys ever had anything like that. They come get you a price and like that thing's out in left field the pricing, and you know the material is cheap, especially screen netting and so yeah, I know it's not that expensive. Yeah, I've been enjoying this here and just probably got to go eat something here later too. Um, Again, like I said, just here again comfortable being on live. My wife was here earlier watching live on her cell phone. Instead of sitting next to me and just help me out and stuff. No, she's doing good. Um, we had a lot of different people come in earlier, drop by, a lot of different new. Some of the faces I follow on other channels that came in and watched me also. So, yeah, corner, no problem. I guess they don't want to be there if we say something wrong, or they're gonna look at us the whole time and then make us laugh or something. No, but she's giving support by being in here and stuff like that earlier, and having a good time. Um, Yeah, that's the thing. It's the same. My channel. My wife will be in some of the videos on my channel, um, but like certain videos and stuff like that. Most of the other videos I do when I go out and drive with me or walk with me or do like the cemetery videos or some of the historical markers. I do those on my own. I don't. My wife, she doesn't go out on those ones. Or I'm driving and like, man, let me stop there real quick, and I just happen to have my GoPro, so I'll do them on myself and stuff like that. Some of the other ones she does, I have that one or two cooking videos that we've planned to do cooking videos also, and we did two just to try them out. Um, and some other videos like to try on. She thinks that's fun, so we do the little try on videos also. Just have a good time on those ones. When we go do the summertime, well, it's almost May, so it's getting warmer here. We'll do the ones at the swimming pools. There's a swiftly.com. I don't know if you guys ever saw that website where instead of yourself having a pool in your backyard, you just pretty much rented somebody's pool in their backyard for about 2 to 3 hours for about $20 an hour to about, depends on the size of the pool and then how much those people are charging. But we've rented a couple of good pools last summer, and I did 2 videos on 2 of them that we rented. So she'll be like in those videos, or little ones like that, or other videos. But and then maybe like some of the do-it-yourself videos if she's helping me do part of the project and stuff like that. But yeah, like Corner says, the wife just, they're here, they're giving us support by being on the sidelines, and then every so often come out in a video and stuff like that. It's like our estate sale videos, my wife's in them just because she's handpicking the things like that. When we do the videos at the casinos, she doesn't like being in those. She goes, "Don't film me on those. Don't film me on the videos in the casino." I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just get your hand when you're touching the thing or when I'm playing in the casino videos. And she doesn't want the chismes. Like chismes is like gossip and stuff. Like, oh, she's playing the slot machine. It's just having a good time. But yeah, and so like there's certain videos that the wife's not in them and stuff like that. But like you said, Corner, yeah, they sit here in the background stuff. Yeah, yeah. My wife's been here probably about an hour and a half, but she's been doing other things every so often and stuff like that, going back and forth, getting a snack and things. But yeah, they're here, give us support. Yeah, it's and there's some couples. It's both for the couple. They do everything together for the videos, but that's if they both want to. And I don't. I'm not like. I'll just when I set it up, I was mainly gonna be like myself and stuff, and then my wife again, like I said, just in the support every so often and stuff like that. But yeah, I enjoy doing this. Like I said, the very first couple of minutes of the video or this live stream that, again, I hit 50 years old. Like, let me just do this as a hobby. I still full time work and all that. So I like, let me go do it as a hobby. Just something to do. My oldest is graduating from university. He doesn't live here. He lives at a college camp or at the apartments near the campus. And then my daughter's got one more year, and then she's going to be going to university. I'm being me and my wife, something to do. We keep ourselves entertained, having a good time anyway. Singing karaoke. Um, so we do things out here. Both me and my wife, back before the state laws changed here in Texas, now you really don't need it, but we both got our concealed handgun license. And I don't know if you guys have done those, but I know, like for me and my wife, we go to the ranges maybe 5 times a year, and I like to do a video there. Just have her talking about her gun and me talking about mine or whatever, because she's got her own, I got my own. She's got a 9 millimeter. I got my 40. Both Smith and Wessons. Hers is Smith and Wesson. Mine's a Smith and Wesson. So we have our own. Um, so, and she learned to use it even when I was in the military, and then she just carried it over. And then when we went to Texas, we got what was called a concealed handgun license and stuff like that. So we both have a lot of practice with ours and stuff like that. And I like to do a video. I see videos of people at gun ranges and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's gonna affect me. That's the biggest thing. I just worry, like some of my subscribers, as they see me and my wife at a gun range, just demonstrating how to use a gun safely or just shooting at the target. If some of the people that follow us might disappear after that. But again, it's just things we like doing. So I don't know what you guys think about that. That's something interesting. Again, like I still see those videos online on YouTube still. Um, and there's one that she's got like crazy followers. So again, that's something that I'd like to put on there, but I'm just kind of nervous on those ones and stuff like that, um, because that could go either or. That's one of those hot topic type things. Um, but yeah, it's one of the things I like to do on videos. But again, I'll see how it goes. Probably, I don't know, maybe put a poll out on one of those community posts. I don't know if that would be a good thing too. Community post, say, would you like to see, you know, uh, a safe gun video or whatever, or just a day at the range, because it's something again, something that we like doing, like boating. We're gonna summertime have some boating videos and stuff like that, out on the water. Um, so there's other videos we'll have coming up, but I guess that's probably the more touchiest one out there is just the gun videos, because again, like I said, me and my wife both have it and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll probably do that corner. Probably do a poll, because believe it or not, there's a lot of guys that have Filipino wives here in Tech. I don't know about other states, but in Texas, I know about 15 other couples that are married Filipino wives, and out of that, I think we're one of seven that the wives have their own, and their wives carry also, or have the concealed handgun license. So there are, Filipino or Filipinos here that carry also. So yeah, I think that'd be safe. Probably do a poll on it, because like I said, I bet you I'll lose some people on that. I lost some people on when I showed that pork lechon, video. Corner, you probably know, what pork lechon is. Um, there was like one or two bad comments, because I get the bad comments, but like my comments, probably you guys have it set like that where you see just the good comments, but then you get to see the bad ones. I saw two bad comments. Now, like one of the followers is like upset because I was eating pork, and like, well, why are you like? Oh, because I go, I just replied back like, hey, pork is eaten by a lot of people in various countries, and I was just being nice. Like, that's a common meal in a lot of countries, even down in Mexico. Some we'll go bury the pig and then roast it or cook it in the ground and then bring it back up, just like Hawaiians do, just like a lot of other countries do. So yeah, I've lost, some people over, pork lechon. That's crazy, but it happens, and everyone's got their own. So yeah, that's like I said, that's a hot topic. Like you said, their corner probably do a poll on it first. Um, Again, like that video, my wife can do it to all of them, because she knows enough now about gun safety, gun handling, and stuff like that. But that's one of those areas, like I said, everyone's learning, growing, and has a channel and stuff like that. And that's one of those things that we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think I'll do a poll. Probably Monday I'll do that. Do a poll like, hey, would you like to see us a video at the range one day? But let's see how that goes. But again, man, I'm already 2.5 hours. I was only planning to do an hour, but it's okay. I enjoy being here, talking to people. As long as there's people watching and enjoying, connecting, and chatting. Thanks for that. I know earlier corner we had talked about like people taking over other people's live streams on that StreamYard. So that's one thing. And that's the thing, if you're gonna have I guess other people come on your stream, it's people you know. Don't just invite anybody over, some knucklehead that's gonna destroy it and stuff like that, or just tear your channel apart, and they're not even the main channel. Yeah, there's a lot of good people out there, a lot of good channels. I've followed a couple. You can send the link to them. The link to. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so whenever you do the StreamYard live stream thing, okay, I think that's what you mean, right? The StreamYard, link. Yeah, okay. Yeah, once I get a couple more of these down, I'll probably be a little bit more better, proficient. Probably have to have a different shirt on. I was gonna wear my Angry Birds shirt, but I just, didn't want people to think I was angry in my first live stream. Hey, Phil M. Simple Life, Texas. Hello, nice to see you here. I've been here 2.5 hours talking to some fellow veterans and then some fellow followers and friends I already have that we all connect to each other. Anyone here different? If you'd like to connect, check out their channels.
Done?
Almost, yeah. Um, Connect, just like their channels and see what they have because we all have a different variety of stuff. Um, Phil and Simple Life Texas, I've seen a couple for live chats. She's usually on later at night. Very good chats with her channel, talking to people. She's actually also in Texas. So earlier I had another Texan in here watching. Um, Cruise Vet Adventures was in here earlier. Phil Lamb, he's also from Houston, Texas. And I know you're out in a small town in Texas, just like me. I live out in the country in Texas, in a country town in Texas. But it's good to see you here, Phil Lamb. Like I said, I'm here just trying to get comfortable in my first live session. My Sawa, my wife, she was here earlier. She's out on the other side right now, doing some other things. She was giving some support. Um, Not giggling or laughing or singing karaoke yet, but she was here giving support. But yeah, like I said, just here, getting comfortable doing our live chat, seeing how it is, and then it's good to see a lot of the fellow people that we already follow or connect. Also supporting you, just like for me, Phil Am, I've supported these guys. I've gone on some of their live chats or I watch their channels. Home Bartending does a lot of beer reviews, and Corner Clubhouse does some cooking reviews. I've seen other things in his channels. He does a couple lives with other people on StreamYards in their communities. Um, and has a good time and stuff like that. Fellow P9 wife also Corner Clubhouse, about correct, if I remember right. Um, how you doing, Phil? I'm good today. You have a live later tonight? There's 5 people here now. Someone else joined. Hello, everybody that's here. Thank you for coming in on my second live chat. I call this my mess, like a Chiefs mess. My little office here is a 10 by 10. Feel comfortable with. I got my I love me wall here. Um, Doing good, Phil. I'm also. You had some heavy rain last night, probably. We did here. I think I told Home Bartending and Cruise Vet earlier. One of the lightning bolts was so close because I live out in the country, so you see all the damn. Or sorry, you see all the lightning hit sometimes. And well, it was far away. It was at least 1,000 yards, but it seemed like it was so close because the sky lit up and stuff like that. Tuesday, okay. I know you're usually later on and stuff, and that's a couple of times I've dropped by um, later on at night um, to watch your guys live. Um, like I say, in the back is what they call "I Love Me" wall, or just some of the stuff from when I was in the military. Um, I have the one directly on this side of my head is the Texas state representatives. In my shadow box, I have the state of Texas flag that was flown over the Capitol building in Austin, Texas on February 5th, 2014. And then the other one over there is a letter from the governor of Texas in 2014, just talking about my retirement. And then there's some other things, some older pictures, and some pictures when I looked younger and my hair was black and not all this gray hair now and stuff like that. I hope everyone's doing good here. It's good to see all you guys here, just giving support. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the people that who are here. I'll probably do a Sunday shout out uh, just to give thanks to everybody that showed up for the live. Um, because it's good to see, like Tuber Chat has in his lives. He's always asking people, "Hey, go and connect and grow, and keep connecting and growing," and that's what I like doing too and stuff. Making friends out here on the lives and stuff like that, and I'll keep connecting, and I'll do a shout out for all the people that drop by in this time, and then just go through the names and probably give you guys a shout out on Sunday. Call it a Sunday shout out. So I kind of that's something I don't know if you guys have done that, but I think every Saturday I this is the second Saturday where I've done like a Saturday shout out, and I've been putting links. I'm starting with all the channels that are like low below 1,000 right now, um, or 10th grade people, 10th grade or below, and then after that after I go through those, then I'll start adding the other ones, and I think I might do the first Saturday of May or Mother's Day weekend. That Saturday I might do a shout out for all the people, starting with like the ones that have been the friends the longest, and just keep going down the other way and stuff like that. Just some ideas and stuff. Again, like that idea I had about the gun ranges and stuff like that, and Corner kind of like agreed on the doing the polls and stuff like that first to see if people would like seeing that. But again, I don't think they'll like seeing me in the yoga pants one. Yeah, on the other side, this other shelf I have all my Dallas Cowboys stuff. I was talking about sports earlier, but all my Dallas Cowboys stuff's over there. The Good Luck Japanese cats are over there. I got a Buddha, and then I got a bell. I think I don't know if you. That'd probably be good for your bar there, home bartender. Yes, Phil, I'm Simple Life. Um, I live. I say San Antonio because people know where San Antonio is at, but I live in a country town that's just east of San Antonio, but it's near. It's closer to New Braunfels, Texas. That's why some of my videos are either in New Braunfels or a little town called Marion, because I'm out in the country in between there. Um, so New Braunfels is the closest town, but it's a small town. So I always mention San Antonio because it's all in the same geo area. So yeah, San Antonio. I was telling some of the guys is a nice place right now. San Antonio is on they're finishing their ninth day today of what they call Fiesta. They have it every year. They didn't do it during the two main years of COVID. That's the first time since the 1880s that they had not done Fiesta. So that was a long time that they had to stop Fiesta. It was because of COVID. They did Fiesta back when the Spanish influenza was hitting in 1918 and 1919. So for this time, I guess back then they like, hey, you got sick, but now it's a little different. Um, so they stopped Fiesta for those 2 years, but it's back full swing. It's a 10-day celebration here in the San Antonio area. Schools actually on Friday was the Battle of the Roses or Battle not Battle of the Roses, that's in California. Battle of the Flowers, and Battle of the Bands. It's during the parade on Friday morning, and luckily it was Friday morning because Friday night, about 6 p.m., the weather just got nasty with the rain, the lightning, and all that. Um, but they do that parade. All the school districts in San Antonio are off for that day, so that's kind of nice. So the kids could go attend, and family members, and all that. So it's a big thing. It lasts 10 days, and like I said, today's the ninth day, and then there's one more day, which is tomorrow. Um, and there's like 4 days, which they call it no ISA National or Night Out in San Antonio. Yeah, so Noisa, Noisa. Um, and that starts on, I think it was last week. Starts on a Thursday, goes through Sunday, and that's pretty much you buy these beer tickets, and those beer tickets is how much beer you can get. So it's pretty much just drinking and eating all the big turkey legs. I don't know if you guys know what turkey legs are. Phil Lamb might know what they are. They should have them there in her area. But the turkey legs are these big drumsticks, about that long, about that fat around. Turkey leg. They call it a turkey. I don't know what. That's a big turkey though. I don't know how they get that many, but they charge a lot for those things now. They're over like $10 and stuff. I remember they're like $2. Um, the people buying the beers are about $6 to $7 though, for one ticket. So uh, if you're a beer drinker, you need to take your time and enjoy that beer there because that's a lot for one beer when you go buy a 6 pack for $7. So yeah, just enjoy and stuff. Yeah, San Antonio's nice. Got a lot of things to do. There's a lot of history there, but I've been stuck in the history just around this area I'm at. I still need to do the missions down there. We got 4 missions, and then we include the Alamo. There's 5 missions, but there's 4 missions. They're UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So the United Nations World Heritage Sites. They were built, of course, by this Roman Catholic Church when they came over here to spread Christianity or Catholicism to the natives and the Mexicanos that were here and stuff like that. Um, and then they use, of course, the natives to help build a lot of the missions and churches and everything here. Um, so, of course, that's all history and stuff like that. And that's things that happened in the past. Um, but even here, like where I live, there's cemeteries. Again, I was telling some of the guys earlier, most of this area here, at least where I'm from, are here to the west of San Antonio, to the east of San Antonio, up to about Austin area, and to the east was all founded by German settlers in the 1840s. So there's a lot of German named cities here, and things like that. Yeah, we didn't get the hail. I know there were reports the hail was almost this big in some parts of Texas. They said softball size. This ain't softball size. This is in my head, but they said softball size hail. So softball is just a little bit smaller than this. This is bigger than softball, but they said there was softball size hail in the storms yesterday. I feel like in some areas of Texas. So if you got hit by something almost this size, it's doing damage to your vehicle or even your house. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. Yeah. Oh, Dublin, Texas, one of those. We have so many cities named after other cities in other countries, or they just name it after that place. Yeah, some of the hail. It's I don't know if you get a lot of hail up there, home bartending, but we get a lot of hail in this area. We've been lucky. We've really never got tornadoes south of San Marcos. It's like a magical line, like above San Marcos and north, of course, into San Marcos. The rest of Texas going north, Oklahoma and up, they get tornadoes. We've been lucky; we never got anything big like that. But yeah, this size hail that will hurt you and knock you out and stuff if it does get you. Um, that's why when it does hail, even when you start seeing the small hail, most of the time where I'm at, we got that real size, small, super small, like pebble, and that doesn't do anything. It doesn't dent anything, but you see it coming down, and you're just, oh, let me go get inside. 'Cause you never know because the next cloud might have that bigger stuff. But we've had hailstorms down here though. Yeah, it's the weather here is kind of crazy sometimes. It was actually cooler earlier today. For April, that's kind of weird and stuff like that. I know they say global warming, but when you're still getting cold weather in April, there's something going crazy. Haven't been around in April in a while where we've had cold weather. Yeah. San Antonio got devastated with hail, and the last time was it was 9 years ago here. San Antonio, um, I think they said there were about 4,000 houses that had to do insurance claims on hail damage. And then so we had all these roof repair companies come in from out of state to come do work, and then some of their work was shoddy, but they left. They went back to wherever, Louisiana, Alabama, Oklahoma, Arkansas. They went back to their home states, but their work wasn't guaranteed. The insurance companies were paying them, and they didn't guarantee their work. So some houses had to go get local companies a year later to come redo the work, um, and the insurance companies had to pay out more. So yeah, that was bad for here because um, over 4,000 homes, hail damage, and I'd say half of them had some sort of rework that had to get done. The house I'm in right now has got before we purchased it, they just redid the roof. That was done in it was damaged in hail also in a storm. But that was one of the things they were already doing before they put. this house up for sale, and then we got it. So it's kind of nice. We moved in, and it already had brand new uh, roof done, so we didn't have to worry about that for a couple of years now. So that was kind of a good thing. And then besides the big TV, they left it mounted on a wall. That was that was just the weirdest. Hey, they left the thing on there. Yeah, they left a big ATV on the wall, mounted. Didn't have to worry about mounting it myself then. But yeah, I thank everybody that's been here today. All the followers earlier, like I said, I'll come through probably Sunday after lunch and tell you guys all thank you and stuff for everyone that's been here to support and watch today. It's been great. Like I said, um, just to feel comfortable, so I don't look directly in there again. That deer in the headlight look. Had my wife here supporting earlier. I think she's getting ready to go to sleep. She hasn't called me or hey, come to sleep, but or to Luke time. I haven't got that yet. Yeah, I guess generally like on the weekdays we're probably we're, we're probably in the bed by 9 o'clock, 9:30. We wake up early for work. I drive about 40 minutes to work. I work. I just got a new job. Um, I had my 2 weeks notice in a couple weeks ago. I got picked up a new job over the city of San Antonio, so I'm going to work for the city in their procurement department. Um, so I'll have other benefits. I left my last place. I was there 7 years and working in procurement. It's a little more dinero and stuff. So, and then it's got city government, Texas municipal system benefits. So I'll go into getting if I work there long enough, I'll get a retirement check from them too. So that'd be kind of nice. Again, that's starting on Monday, a new job and stuff like that, which is great. I like that. I like they say everyone moves around a couple times before they're in a spot they're gonna love the rest of their life. I guess I did that earlier when I was 18. Did the Navy for 24 years. But again, thanks for everyone that's here. I'm probably gonna call this one. And I can't believe I've been talking 3 hours and stuff. My wife's gonna go. I talk too much, but I think I'll go and shut this one down for today. I'll probably try to do another live in about a week, maybe Saturday. Well, well, that's my daughter's prom, so I probably won't be able to do that. So probably another Saturday after that. Maybe the weekend after my son graduates from the university. I'll probably have some more videos on that too. For the guys that are here, Corner Clubhouse, Phil Lamb, Simple Texas Home Bartending, uh, Cruise Vet that was here earlier, Jupino that was here earlier. I had Tuber Chat was here earlier. Um, Shamir Travel Vlog was here earlier. Fan Pro Love from Canada was here. And then Ellen Cutie Pie was here also. I thank you guys for showing up and being part of the chat today on my live and just enjoying some time with other friends and followers. And thanks for coming in and joining my channel for tonight. For now, you guys have a good one. Take care. Enjoy the weekend. Let me type it in there. So thanks for joining. Have a good time chatting with you all. We'll see you guys another time. Video probably coming up tomorrow also and stuff like that. So for me here at JoseFantasticville, like you guys coming in and connecting, growing, and giving us support. Yeah, Phil Lam. I've been here since 7 o'clock. Phil Lam. So I'm gonna call it because I know my wife's getting ready to go to sleep. And Filipino wives, you're not over there in the bed at a certain time, they're like, what the heck? Well, of course, they don't say what the heck. They're like, start looking at you. So I'm going to head that way and get ready for sleep, probably try to get a snack in. But home bartending, thanks. Thanks for the chat, sports, and everything else we were talking about. Corner Clubhouse, thanks for joining also. And Phil Am, I know you just came in, but thank you also for being here and supporting. Guys, have a good one.